one ranked dirt late model driver of the nation.
Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. FloRacing.
Well, it's the month of May in Indianapolis, and it is not only for the Indianapolis 500 on Memorial Day weekend. It's time for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing from the Circle City Raceway to Indianapolis, Indiana, located at the Marion County 4-H Fairgrounds on the southeast side, just off of Interstate 74. We welcome you. $15,000 to win tonight for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, plus the return to FloRacing of my Crown Vics. They are here tonight. I believe there's like 22 strong in the house here tonight. 26 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series drivers. As we converge on this weekend, it's a little chilly, yes. Tomorrow night, we're going to start earlier at Florence. Hot laps at 6 tomorrow night, by the way. And I understand they've sold a lot of reserve tickets already for that, so come on out tomorrow night at Florence for the Ralph Latham Memorial. $25,000 to win tomorrow night, plus the Pro Late Models and the Modifieds tomorrow night at the King House of Power. This racetrack was built in 2019, first opened in 2020. We will have Dirt Draft Hot Laps will be coming up here at 6:30. We moved everything up about a half hour. We'll have heat races tonight. There'll be 8 laps apiece of B-Main. And then we will have the 50-lap A-Main tonight. $15,000 to the winner. Be doing 3 heat races here tonight. And in 1 B-Main, as we mentioned. 18 drivers here tonight with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Maintain perfect attendance. It is Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland. And that'll conclude the Show Me 100 on Memorial Day weekend at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. The top point man at the time, he'll get $2,500, and the 2nd through 15, they will split $16,000. Again, this track first opened in 2020. It's a quarter-mile semi-banked oval. Our first race was 1 year ago, and it happened to be Brandon Overton, who is 3rd in the points. His last Lucas Oil win was 1 year ago tonight here at Circle City. Well, the weather, it's no secret, right? It's trying to clear off here to the west. And the sun peeks out every once in a while, and it does feel much better when the sun is out. But right now, a little, I guess, mostly cloudy, partly cloudy, 14-mile-an-hour winds. And it's 53 toasty degrees here in Indianapolis. So there you go. It is what it is. Tomorrow, tad bit warmer. Starting earlier tomorrow, 6 o'clock, again, hot laps at Florence. And we're moved up tonight a half hour to 6:30 here for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and the Crown Vics. Well, coming up, Dirt Draft Hot Laps as we're getting heat in the engines. They'll be ready to go here shortly. First round of Dirt Draft Hot Laps coming up. You're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing from Indianapolis.
This is Brandon Shepard. You're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series on FloRacing.
Welcome back to the school bus capital of the world here in Indianapolis. As you see the school buses, they do race those. Outside of turn number 2 here at Circle City, this racetrack again opened in 2020. Second ever appearance by the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And a very nice facility, brand new promoters here in 2026. And glad to have us on board here in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Again, we'll head to Florence tomorrow night after Hagerstown last weekend, where Brandon Shepard whipped up on him, right? I mean, he won by over 5 seconds. Devin Moran is still your Midwest Sheet Metal points leader. He is 25 ahead of Hudson O'Neill from down the road in Martinsville, Indiana. Brandon Overton is third. Then it's Brandon Shepard. Max Blair, who's been very consistent. Max Blair, by the way, 8 top 5s in a row. Right, pretty impressive for the 111 car. Then Ricky Thornton Jr., who won here the Rayburn Tribute Race a few years ago. And then Clay Harris is 7th, Garrett Alberson, Kyle Bronson, and Carson Ferguson, your top 10. In the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, 2 drivers have signed up for that. It would be Josh Rice leads that over Dylan McCowan. By the way, we had some questions on Fast Freddy. Fast Freddy is here tonight. He maintains perfect attendance, but he did not sign the proper documents to run for Rookie of the Year. He's going to wait possibly a year or two and run for Rookie of the Year, but he will not be running for Rookie of the Year this year, so it'll be between Josh Rice and Missouri's Dylan McCowan. By the way, still a dirt late model record, $20,000 to win the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year, along with $10,000 in contingencies. Again, we mentioned tomorrow night we'll be at the home of the National Dirt Late Hall of Fame in Florence, Kentucky, for the 40th Ralph Latham Memorial. $25,000 to win. If you can't make it, it'll be live here on FloRacing, but we invite you on down there. Always a great show at Florence. And then part of Illinois Speedway next week, the first 3 nights will be FloRacing Night in America. Lucas Oil Series 1 week from tonight will be at Farmer City, Illinois, the Farmer City 74. And then at Fairbury, the Fall Spring Shootout next Saturday night. Then we'll be at Eagle Raceway in Nebraska for 3 nights there. The Malvern Bank presents the High Bank Heist. And it will be at Lucas Oil Speedway to close out the Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland that weekend with the Show Me 100 for the 34th time on Saturday, May the 23rd. Then we'll be off a few weeks, and it'll be Roger Sellers Smoky Mountain Speedway in Maryville, Tennessee, the Mountain Moonshine Classic June 19th and 20th. Lernerville for the Firecracker, the 25th through the 27th. And at Atomic Speedway in Chillicothe on July 3rd, Muskegon County and Zanesville on July 4th, and in July 9th at Jesse-minded Brad Stevens 34 Raceway in Burlington, Iowa. Well, Dustin Jarrett, last time I saw you, we had a barn burner at Golden Isles all week long. I'm glad you're here, and I'm so honored you're here to join me with my Crown Vic, sir.
I'm very happy that the Crown Vics are here and that you're here as well, James. And it's great to be back with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here. You mentioned it's a chilly day out here today, but you know what? I think Mother Nature's going to play nice tonight. There was a little bit of kind of spotty rain popping up on the radar. One of those, 15% chances where stuff just randomly pops up, but I think we're going to be okay. Hey, I wanted to mention one thing, man. You talked about it earlier. This is a quarter-mile racetrack. It was built here at the Marion County Fairgrounds back in 2020. Man, this is a tight little bull ring. I talked to a lot of drivers in the pit area, and I said, what does this place remind you of? And I heard everything from a slightly bigger Macon to Casino Speedway in Watertown, South Dakota to, James, get this, there was even a Sheps Speedway reference. That's right, the old Sheps Speedway, absolutely. So there's not a lot to draw notes off of when it comes to Circle City, and of course, Lucas Oil has only raced here once. That was last year, and you mentioned it, Brandon Overton got the win. We're going to see who's able to get it done and who's able to figure this tricky quarter-mile racetrack out tonight. Don't go anywhere. Dirt Draft Hot Laps are just around the corner, and you are watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing.
Dirt Series on FloRacing.
Welcome back to Circle City Raceway here just on the outskirts of Indianapolis, Indiana. The month of May, always big around here, obviously, for the Indy 500, but the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series in town here tonight as the sun has come out. I don't know if it's warmed it up any, but it's out right now. All right, group number 1 on the track. There's Martinsville, Indiana's Hudson O'Neal. 3 Lucas Oil victories so far here in 2026. Currently stands in second in the point standings, and he has 37 career victories in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He was tied before Brandon Shepard with 37 before Shep's win on Sunday night at Hagerstown. Now Shep tied with Tim McCready. So Hudson O'Neal, the Big River Steel SSI Motorsports car. Behind him, the 6th car. He comes to us out of Jupiter, Florida, currently 7th in the points. He's at the Wilkerson Farms National Fragile X Foundation entry. That'll be Clay Harris. Clay Harris out of Jupiter, Florida. One of those steering buddy dark horse possibilities here tonight. By the way, a driver that's never won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series race will pocket an extra $1,000 here tonight and for the rest of the year in full points races. They're at the 58 car, currently 8th in the points. He's in the Low Voltage Solutions, Sunoco Race Fuels. Longhorn for Ken and Beth Roberts. That'll be Garrett Alberson. Garrett Alberson out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, in here in Group A. Also on the racetrack, there is the 19M car. That'll be Brendan Smith. Brendan Smith out of Dade City, Florida, the JCM Motorsports car. Durham power plant on that rocket. Sunoco Race Fuels, Yellowhammer Design and Construction, number 19M for Brendan Smith. Also on the racetrack, there's the 8 car. Second to O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year, Chase Dillon McCowan. 14th in the points out of Urbana, Missouri. The Midway Sheet Metal BLC Transportation. Sonic America's Drive-In. Number 8 of the 22 car. Glad to have him back with us. Perfect attendance driver. 16th in the points. The Banning Chiropractic 22 Capital of Daniel Hilzebeck. Daniel Hilzebeck is out of Earlham, Iowa. There's the 157 car. Is he out there? Mike Marlar, 3-time Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals winner. He will be at Florence tomorrow night as well. The 157 out of Winfield, Tennessee. So Group A, the first group of hot laps. There'll be 4 groups of hot laps tonight. 3 heat races, by the way. 3 heat races tonight. Top 6 will advance. We'll have 1 B main take the top 4, then 2 series provisionals based on perfect attendance drivers. As we have the next wave of hot laps coming out for Dirt Draft Hot Laps, you can go to dirtdraft.com, put in your picks to get $100,000 in money to work with. Monopoly money. Pick your top 5 in the A main. Driver first full year in the Lucas Oil Series. Currently 11th in the points. Good run at Hagerstown on Sunday. That'll be the defending Prairie Dirt Classic champion at Fairbury. That'll be Brian Shirley. Brian Shirley in the 3S car. He is in the Hoker Trucking and the Bob Elisa Cullen entry for Brian Shirley. Thomason Express on that car. Durham powered Longhorn for Squirrel. Again, running 11th in the points. The 44 car, glad to see him make the trip out west. That'll be the veteran Dave Hess Jr. Dave Hess Jr. comes to us out of Waterford, Pennsylvania. He'll also be running at Florence for the very first time tomorrow night. He's at the McKean Tavern Plyler Entry Systems. That's a Longhorn 955 power plant under the hood of Dave Hess Jr. in 44. Also in group number 2, there's the 12 car. Oh, he'll be threat here tonight. Wait till tomorrow night, right? He's the current Northern All-Star points leader. That'll be Jason Jameson, racing Jason Jameson in the 12 car out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, part of that JRR Motorsports team. Or Jason Jameson, former track champion at Florence Speedway. As our good friend Roger Slack would say, he'll be banging the boards tomorrow night along with his teammate Josh Rice. There's the 93 car, the Paler Motorsports entry, Hoopaw Grading Company, Coleman Farms Racing. That'll be Carson Ferguson. Carson Ferguson out of Lincoln, North Carolina. Carson Ferguson comes into tonight 10th in the championship points run. Cornet Power under the hood of the 93 car. There's the P3 car. Bought that car a few weeks ago. The Capital, that'll be Steve Peden. Steve Peden out of Martinsville, Indiana, the Royal Purple. Jason Ayers Trucking P3 car for Steve Peden in the P3. Also on the track, the 317 in Richmond, Indiana. That'll be Blake Creech. Blake Creech in the 317. And he comes to us out of Richmond, Indiana in the BMF Spec Racing Engines entry. All about asphalt RFC public adjusters. 317. How about Dave Hess Jr.? He said he likes his track. It might fit his style. 12-5020. 12-5020. And Dustin Jarrett, Dave Hess comes out west. First trip to Circle City, first trip to Florence tomorrow night. Glad to have him out here.
Yeah, 22 wins a year ago for Dave Hess Jr., who, by the way, is the all-time leading career feature wins winner, the winningest driver in the history of Erie Speedway. Good to have him running with us here tonight and tomorrow at Florence.
Of course he's sponsored by Chubb Frank Racing, right?
Well, I mean, who isn't sponsored by Chubb Frank Racing up in that area?
Well, you remember we were in Lernerville a few years ago. We called Boom Briggs the Keith Kuntz of late model racing. How about James Ratliff? He'll have 3 cars at Florence tomorrow night, including the Spring 50 winner, his son Justin Ratliff, and of course Jamison and Rice. So Jamison and Rice here tonight. Rice in his first full year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He is a 2-time winner of the Ralph Latham Memorial. Next group of cars on the track, there's the 60 car. That'll be Dan Ebert. Dan Ebert of Lakeshore, Minnesota, the Minnesota Truck Headquarters entry. There's your current Midway Shimano points leader. Sporting the Dayglow orange spoiler, that'll be Devin Moran. Devin Moran out of Dresden, Ohio. 5 wins this year in the series. The Big River Steel, Millwood Plumbing, Northeastern Fabrication. He's added Jeep and Angie Van Warmer to that. In that Cornet-powered Longhorn, there is the Budweiser 76, beautiful race car. That is Brandon Overton. Brandon Overton second at Hagerstown on Sunday. The winner here 1 year ago. He's in the Budweiser Garto Southern Longhorn for Scott and Jason Riggs. Longhorn chassis. There's the 11 art car. Won a heat race at Hagerstown on Sunday, but unfortunately did not get the finish he wanted. But back one of his most popular tracks that he runs on. He won a C.J. Rayburn tribute race here a few years ago. His brother won it actually the year before he did. James Rice, who's on the crew of the 11R. There's the 111. That is Max Blair. Max Blair out of Centerville, Pennsylvania. He is currently in the Lucas Oil points. He is 5th in the 111 for Brad Spoches. And Brandon Overton, Dustin Jarrett, off the pace here on the main straightaway. Such a strong run, fast time at Hagerstown. Won his heat race, finished second to Brandon Shepard, but issues already for the Riggs Motorsports Budweiser entry.
Yeah, and let's not forget this was the site of his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win last year. I talked to Brandon actually not too long before we went live, James. He was up surveying the racetrack, and I said, well, what do you think? And he's like, and he may have dropped a 4-letter word or two. I know you find that hard to believe, James, but he said, basically, I'm paraphrasing here, he was licking his chops to get back here to Circle City Speedway tonight.
Well, Ryder Ken Tilla, the crew chief, they may have some work to do before we go to All-Star Performance Time Trials. Will be coming up here in a little bit. DJ, you remember what happened to Devin Moran last week at Georgetown? Did not even get the hot lap. Pulled out another car, got overall fast time, oil line issue, got it fixed, started 5th in the feature and won it. Right?
Hey,
so
you never know, yeah. And what an impressive feat by that team, to number 1. But number 2, sitting there watching at home, I want you to know that I thought, man, there is no way in the world that 99 car is going to be ready to go in time for the feature. It was, and he went out there and got the win, as you mentioned, as they've got the 76 pushed off the racetrack. And simply put, James, the fire is not lit underneath the hood of that Riggs Motorsports Budweiser entry.
Well, we'll try to get a report from the pit area on the 76 car. Yeah, with Moran last Friday night at Georgetown, that's how you win championships. Of course, he is the defending series champion at Devin Moran. So we'll get some more laps in here. Right now, Dan Ebert, 12.0775 in the 60 car. So the first Rayburn Tribute race was run here, I believe, in 2020. James Rice won it. Then Josh Rice won it. And then a couple of years ago, Ricky Thornton Jr. won it. So Fast Freddie Carpenter, the C4 car to Parkersburg, West Virginia, as we are in group number 3. He has never been to Circle City. However, he has been to Florence a couple of times. He was there for the Spring 50 back in March. Dan Ebert, one of those contenders for the Steering Buddy Dark Horse here tonight. $1,000 goes to the driver in a full points race that has never won a Lucas Oil race. Right there, the fastest 12.076 in that Minnesota Truck Headquarters car number 60. One more group left to go here in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And coming on the track, it'll be the number 1, Dominated at Hagerstown. On Sunday night, 5-time Outlaw champion, running with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, 5-time Dirt Track World Champion. Victor tied with Freddie Smith, got his 38th career win in the series. That'll be Brandon Shepard. Brandon Shepard out of New Berlin, Illinois. The Valvoline, Soybert Calf Ranches, Rocket 1, Durham Ford. For B. Shep, also in this 4th and final group of hot laps going down the middle of the back straightaway. That'll be the 40B car back in the Lucas Oil Series to top 10 of the points. That'll be Kyle Bronson. Kyle Bronson out of Brandon, Florida. 5 career wins in the Lucas Oil Series. The Race Car Engineering LTX Home Builders Rocket, or the driver out of Brandon, Florida, Kyle Bronson. Also on the track, the 20 RT, a former winner here at Circle City in the Rayburn Tribute Race. That'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. Ricky Thornton Jr., the Hooker Trucking Knights Company's Capital Waste Longhorn. Cornet Power under the hood tonight out of Chandler, Arizona. Now living in Indianola, Iowa. For Ricky Thornton Jr. Also in this group is car 59 with a visit here, Dillard Hatchett. Dillard Hatchett is out of Cornersville, Tennessee in car 59. He'll be with us at Florence tomorrow night. He's in the Smith Constructors Gray's Equipment Rocket with Pro Power for Dillard Hatchett. The 93 car, the Ponchos Racing Products Sunoco Race Fuels entry. That'll be Corey Lawler. Corey Lawler maintains perfect attendance of the 18 that we have currently. He's out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. And we should have the number 4 car. There's Cody Mahoney, currently 3rd in the Northern All-Star points. He's a former Brownstown Speedway track champion, former Spring 50 winner as well at Florence. He's in the P3 Graphics, Brad Arthur, Cooling, RaceShift.com, Jason Smith, Transport Rocket, brand new Mullins under the hood for Cody Mahoney. Ricky Jr. 12.226 there in that 4th and final group. 12.226 for Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT. All right, update from the pit area. Carburetor issue on the 76 of Brandon Overton, so they'll work on that, get her ready for All-Star Performance Time Trials. You're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing. We'll be right back from Indianapolis.
Hey, this is Devin Moran. You're watching Lucas Oil Late Model Series on FloRacing.
We showed the world what it means to go big, combining mini-mill technology with industry-leading talent, producing steel our customers need in an environmentally responsible way. Now, we're going even bigger. BR2, Big River Steel's second, highly sustainable and technologically advanced steel mill is now operational, allowing us to deliver even more of the sustainable steel needed to solve the challenges of tomorrow without sacrificing performance today.
ARP manufactures the ultimate fasteners from the best raw materials using cold forged technology. Family owned and made in the USA. Quality always comes first. For whatever extreme category you're in, it's always ARP-bolts.com.
Deep in the world of dirt racing lies a mind that refuses to rest. A team obsessed with innovation, precision, and the relentless hunt for speed. A brand new product line built through a partnership with one of the most respected names in high-performance suspension. Öhlins doesn't simply participate in racing. Racing is their core. Öhlins Shocks, available exclusively through Longhorn Dynamics.
You have to fight to pull ahead, to find your edge, to do what whatever it takes to make you 1/10 of a second faster, smarter, more committed than the other guy. Because you've got the kind of passion that can overcome the impossible. And we've got the most powerful performance race fuel available to help you do it. Sunoco Race Fuels. Take the lead.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive. By Automotive Racing Products. Quality first and made in the USA. And by Big River Steel, developing sustainable steel made with the world's most advanced mini mill technologies. We are at Circle City Raceway to kick off the month of May in Indianapolis with the second ever appearance by the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Tonight, 50 laps, 15,000 to win. Tomorrow night, we'll go 50 laps, 25,000 to win at Florence for the Ralph Latham Memorial. If you're not on Dirt Draft, you're here at the racetrack, you're at home watching, you know what it's all about, dirtdraft.com. You get $100,000, I call it Monopoly money, however you want to do it. Put that towards your roster, pick the top 5 in the feature, and each driver has a dollar value. Dustin, who would be the top value tonight? Would it be Devin Moran? Would it be Brandon Sheppard? You got to get to 100,000. So if you go over, you got to pick another. So the top 5, you got to do that in the feature, ready to go. Ready to go to be Dylan McCown. He's in the 80s out of Urbana, Missouri. He is in the Midwest Sheet Metal, BLC Transportation, Sonic America's Drive-In, Empire Energy, Pomeroy Services, Mel Hamilton Ford. That's a Longhorn, Scott Bailey, Riley Duncan, the crew chief on the 8 car. By him, the 71 out of Martinsville, Indiana, Hudson O'Neill. The Todd and Vicky Burns, Big River Steel Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding Company, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling, Lineal Contracting, Beam and Lumber, Indiana USSSA, Fat Pit Softball. That is a Longhorn Cornet. First lap time, 12.644. McCowan, O'Neill, 12.342. McCowan, lap 2. He'll order lap 1 to 12. He'll go faster at 12.621. O'Neill, lap number 2, is going to be 12.076. 12.076. Hudson O'Neill, the time to beat here in time trials. All 26, they qualify against each other. Again, we'll divide them to 3. It's up next will be the 157. He'll be with us tomorrow night at Florence as well. That'll be Mike Marlar. Mike Marlar out of Winfield, Tennessee. He's in the Ronnie Delk, Longhorn, Clements Powered Entry, Delk Equipment, Langenfelder Mechanical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Petro Towing, Certainty, Cannon Office Salvage, 157, followed by the 6 out of Jupiter, Florida. That will be Clay Harris. Clay Harris, he's in the Wilkerson Farms, Renke Manufacturing, National Fragile Lakes Foundation, Dunright Construction, Palm Beach Coastal Strategies, Universal Cabling Systems, Growers Irrigation. It's along with the Scott Bailey for Clay Harris. Mikey Marlar. 157. His first lap is 12.318. That's second. 12.318. Harris 12.656. 655. Marlar 12.318. Oh, that'll go quick time as it took a moment here to populate, as they say. 12.073. New quick time, the 157 of Mike Marlar. Lap number 2 for Harris is 12.655. That was his first lap. That'll be his quickest. So Mike Marlar, right now, the quickest here at All-Star Performance Time Trials. It'll be the 58 car. He's up next out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. That'll be Garrett Albertson. He's in the Ken and Beth Roberts Low Voltage Solutions, Sunoco Race Hills, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Bill Sports Shop, Romer Machine and Welding, Brack Properties, Mitchell Ranch, Sims Family Racing, Nutrien Solutions, Longhorn Cornet, or Clements rather, my bad. Clements Powered, a Durham Powered rocket for Brendan Smith. He is in the Sunoco Race Hills, Yellowhammer Design and Construction, Big Daddy's Cattle, the Mercantile by Miller, Wicks Filters, Neon Bubbles Car Wash, and Smith Speed Solutions, 19M. Garrett Alberson, first lap is going to be 12.382, 12382. Brendan Smith, 12.578, 12578. Clements Powered Longhorn for Garrett Alberson. 12.379 will be his quick lap. Brendan Smith's quick lap is 12.578 in the 19M. Up next will be the 22 car. He comes to us out of Earlham, Iowa. That'll be Daniel Hilsebeck. Daniel Hilsebeck, he's in the Bating Chiropractic, 22 Enterprises, Big Deal Car Care, Aliados Hills, Hilsebeck Farms, Wolfmark Roofing, that's a Capital Clements. Followed by the 317, that'll be Blake Creech. Blake Creech out of Richmond, Indiana. He's in the All About Asphalt, RFC Public Adjuster, Stapleton Trucking, Pizza Equipment, Relentless Diesel, and Tucker Realty. That's a BMF spec racing engine for Blake Creech. Daniel Hilsebeck, the Iowan, in the 22 car. Mechanical issues on Sunday night at Hagerstown. Hilsebeck 12.389, Creech 12.719. Daniel Hilsebeck lap 2, good lap 12.283 will be his quick lap. That's third here in qualifying. And lap number 2 for Creech is going to be 12.719. Will be his quick lap for the Richmond, Indiana driver. Up next will be the P3. He comes to us out of Martinsville, Indiana. That'll be Steve Peden. Steve Peden, in his second full year in an open late model, he's in the Royal Purple, Jason Ayers Trucking, Porter Pipe and Supply, Lineal Contracting, he's West Knox and Sons Roofing, Commercial Air, Ray Automotive, Curtis Garage and Record. That's a Capital with a Mullins. Followed by the 3S, 11th in the points will be Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois, the Baba Lisa Cullen. Thomas and Express, Hoker Trucking, All Guy Performance, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, Cheap Cars, J&J Gaming, J&E Construction, Longhorn Durham, for the defending Prairie Dirt Classic champion, Brian Shirley. Peen lap 1 in that Capital, 12.689. 12.689. Brian Shirley is going to be 5th overall right now, 12.574. Steve Peen debuted a few weeks ago at Paragon. Ran last Saturday at Brownstown. He's going to 5th at 12.415. 12.415 for Peden. Shirley his quickest lap would be 12.428, 12.428. So it's Mike Marlar, Hudson O'Neill, Daniel Hilsebeck 3rd, and Garrett Alberson 4th right now in All-Star Performance Time Trials. Up next will be the 12. He comes to us out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. That'll be Jason Jameson, the JR Motorsports, JR Motor Sales, Big Al's Guns and Outdoor, CMK Trucking, Kleinholz Electric, MGL Auto Sales, JR Trucking, MC Tank, Rice Excavating and Plumbing, Shane Locker, Berea Collision, Jesse's Insurance, Glenwood Electric, Lonkard Construction. That's a Longhorn Clements, followed by Carson Ferguson. He's in the Longhorn Cornet out of Lincoln, North Carolina. The Hoopball Grading Company, Coleman Farm, Triple Electric, Solidified Concrete Floor, Buddy's Wrecker, Matman Designs, Pro Fabrication, Pilot Risk Management Consulting for Carson Ferguson. Jameson 4th, 12.359. Ferguson 12.397 at 6th. Jameson, Ferguson will go to 4th. Carson's lap 12.296. 12.296. Jameson's lap 12.359 will be his quickest. That is 5th in car number 12. Up next will be the 4G car. He comes to us out of Camden, Ohio. That'll be Cody Evans. Cody Evans, he's in the Performance Transport, Legacy Electric, Canadian Trucking. That's a rocket with a Vic Hill, followed by the 44. That'll be Dave Hess Jr. He's out of Waterford, Pennsylvania. The McKean Tavern, Plyler Entry Systems, Everhard Asphalt, Amsoil, Martin Dynamics, Cap Steel Erectors Incorporated, Illusion Coats, McKean Asphalt and Concrete, Johnson's Car Care and Collision Recycling. That's McKean Asphalt and Concrete Recycling. And Johnson's Car Care Collision, Hess Garage and Salvage, and Chubb Freight Racing. That's a Longhorn with a 955 built engine for Dave Hess Jr. Lap number 1, Cody Evans is going to be 12.369. Dave Hess Jr., 12.634. Cody Evans will stand on lap 1, 12.369. That is 7th. And Dave Hess Jr., 12.442. That'll be his quick lap. That is 10th in the 44. Up next will be the 111. 5th in the points out of Centerville, Pennsylvania. That'll be Max Blair. Max Blair, he's in the Brad Spochas Centerline Motorsports, Rick's Fiber, Virgili Iron and Steel, Murphy's Logging, C&J Dairy, Creekside Auto Sales, Upstate Auto Group, Andy's Towing, Lakeside Auto. That's a Longhorn Clements for the 111, followed by the 11R, leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. It'll be Josh Rice. Josh Rice out of Credit in Kentucky. The James Ratliff Longhorn with the Vic Hill. MC Tank, Rice Excavating, Shane Locker, Glenwood Electric, MGL Auto Sales, Berea Collision, Locker Construction, JR Motor Sales, JR Trucking, Keltner Construction, and that's a Big Al's Guns and Outdoors 11R for Josh Rice. They started in the front row of a heat race. Max Blair, they started in the front row of a heat race in Hagerstown, which Rice won last Sunday night. Blair Fourth at 12.287, 12.287. Josh Rice is sixth at 12.326. Lap 2 for Max Blair, the third-generation racer. He is 12.287, 12.287 for Blair. That'll be fourth. Rice stays at sixth, 12.326. So it's Mike Marlar, Hudson O'Neal, Daniel Hilsebeck, and Max Blair, your top four. Here's the 76 car out on the racetrack. Third in the points, second at Hagerstown Sunday night. In the Riggs Motorsports, Budweiser, Garnto Southern, Riggs Fiber, Muscle Factory, Harco Construction, Big Dog Stumpentry, RW Powell, Dude Wipes, SCM, Longhorn Clements for Brandon Overton. Brandon Overton, the winner here a year ago, followed by Dan Ebert out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. The Minnesota Truck Headquarters, Collins Brothers Towing of St. Cloud, Minnesota. Amsoil, Christensen Group Insurance. That's a Rocket Durham for the James Trantina 60 of Dan Ebert. Overton 12, 417. 12.417, Ebert 7th, 12.349, and 60. See if Overton can pick it up on lap number 2, and he does to third, 12.160 for Overton, 12.16. Now Ebert goes to third at 12.160. Overton was 12.218. So right there you got the third and fourth quickest so far. Ebert third, Overton fourth. Up next will be your current Midwest Sheet Metal points leader, your defending series champion. Sporting the Midwest Sheet Metal launch spoiler be Devin Moran. Devin Moran out of Dresden, Ohio. The Rogers Sellers Double Down Motorsports. It's a Longhorn Corvette, Big River Steel, Millwood Plumbing, C&W Trucking, Phillips CPA, Bomac, Holland Haskell's, CarSourceAuto.com, Anthony's Pizza, Northeastern Fabrication, Hazen Services, McHugh Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Elliott Farms, Pee-wee's Wrecker Service, 99, followed by the C4, the People's Champ, Freddie Carpenter out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, and the Kryptonite Spec, Leonardtown Ford, Witz Mobile Home Movers, Joy Construction, Overhead Door, Conley Trucking, Fights Farms, Gates Trucking, DC&S Logistics, Kent's Transmission, and Casey's All-American Pool Company. Moran 5th, lap 1, 12.250. Carpenter is 19th at 12.713. And Devin Moran on lap 2 will hold at 5th at 12.2. Now he goes to 4th, rather, 12.184. 12.184 for Devin Moran. Fast Freddie goes to 18th at 12.646. 12.646 for Freddie Carpenter. Up next will be the 93 car. Comes to us out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. That'll be Corey Lawler. Corey Lawler, he's in the Ponchos Racing Products, Reset Auto Sales, Sunoco Raceway, Longhorn with the Pro Power, followed by last Sunday night's winner at Hagerstown. That'll be Brandon Shepard. Brandon Shepard out of New Berlin, Illinois. The Mark Richards Racing. Valvoline, Soybert Calf Ranches, Ace Metalworks, Performance Grading, Petrov Towing, Franklin Enterprises, Sunoco Raceway, Gunner Sunny, Styles Marina Maintenance, Collins Brothers Towing, Rocket Durham for Brandon Shepard. Lawler, 9th for Corey, 12.302. 12.302. B-Shep will go to 6th at 12.270. Does anybody have anything for Mike Marlar? Here comes Shepard on the bottom in 1. Lap 2 is going to go to 3rd. Quick time for Brandon Shepard, 12.125. 12.125 for Shepard. Lawler is 10th right now, 12.302. He is quick lap. Here's a former winner at Circle City, the Rayburn Tribute Race. In the 20 RT out of Chandler, Arizona, that'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. He's in the Bobby and Jessica Kohler Motorsports, Longhorn, Cornet, Hoker Trucking, Knights Companies, Capital Waste, Coltman Farms Racing, Certified Inspection, Strange Oval, SI Towing and Recovery, Sunoco Race Fuels. Sponsor the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr., followed by the 59. It'll be Dillard Hatchett. He's out of Cornersville, Tennessee, in the Rocket Pro Power. Smith Constructors, Grace Equipment, Parks GMC, The Fence Company, Fort Line Waterworks, and First Farmers sponsor Dillard Hatchett in the 59. Lap 1 for Thornton. Ricky Thornton Jr. 3rd, quick time 12.095. 12.095. That'll be it for him. Lap number 2. For Dillard Hatchett is going to be 12.490. Will be his quick lap, 12.490. Should have 2 more to go. It is returned to the Lucas Oil Series. That'll be the 40Bs out of Brandon, Florida. That'll be Kyle Bronson, the KBM of Brandon, Race Car Engineering, LTX Home Builders, Boswell Oil, Michael Lloyd Holligan Demolition, Allgaier Performance, Atomic Music Group, Lucas Oil Products, Borchers Equipment, Angry Elephant Tattoos and Piercings, Rocket Clements, followed by the Ford, be Cody Mahoney. Cody Mahoney, former Spring 50 and Brownstown track champion. He's out of Madison, Indiana. He's in the Rocket Mullins, Brad Arthur Heating and Cooling, P3 Graphics, RaceShift.com, Jason's Smooth Transport, CSR Performance, Sunoco Race Fuels, FK Rod Ends, Peterson Painting, Buddha, Wiles and Kaiser 4. Lap 1, Bronson. Cody Mahoney, 13.401. Bronson was 8th on lap 1, 12.241 in the 40B. Mahoney, lap number 2 for Cody. Let's see if he will stand on lap number 1. So that'll do it for All-Star Performance Time Trials. So all 26 cars and stars here tonight. Great field of cars for, I mean, there's some talent here, right? And we'll do it Florence tomorrow night. Add some more in there. There's your top 10. Max Blair 10th. Daniel Hilsebeck 9th. Kyle Bronson 8th. Brandon Overton 7th. Devin Moran 6th. Dan Ebert 5th. Brandon Shepard 4th. Ricky Thornton Jr. 3rd. Hudson Udo 2nd. And your fastest overall, he's down in the main straightaway, 12.073. How about it for the Winfield Warrior out of Winfield, Tennessee, Mike Marlar? Dustin Jarrett.
Mike, by 2/1000ths of a second, by the way, you pick up your first All-Star Performance fast time of the season. Now, no pressure, but here last year, Brandon Overton, he swept the night. He went out and set fast time, won his heat race, then won the feature. What does Mike Marlar have to do to pull off that same feat here this evening?
Well, if we're trying to match that, I'm only guy that's got a chance at it, right? So, but no, hopefully the car's good. You know, the track I think will widen out, and the track was a little tricky to make a good lap on right there, but somehow all these guys are great racers. The top 6 was in a 10th, and the second 6 was in a 10th, so the whole top 12 was in 2 tenths. So pretty amazing, really. So, but yeah, a good car. Hopefully we have a good night and do what Brandon did.
All right, there you have it. How about it again, ladies and gentlemen, out of Winfield, Tennessee, the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar, with his first All-Star Performance fast time of 2026.
Oh, very good, Dustin. Dustin will be joining us tomorrow night at Florence. If you get there early, I'm not sure. The National Dirt Late Hall of Fame, of course, the expansion project well underway. We'll have the ceremonies there in August during the Sunoco Race Fuels North-South 100.
Hey, James.
Yes, sir.
Is it time for Crown Vic Mania?
Could be. Could be.
Oh, my. Whoa. Well,
Where is Johnny Collins?
I had my back turned. Hang on. Circle City, are you ready for the Crown Vics? Oh, let's go. I think the Golden Isles crowd came up here. I love it. I love an enthusiastic crowd, James.
3,900 pounds, Dustin Jarrett.
I thought you were going to say 39 cars.
Well, no,
I was like, oh, my God, we got a late rush.
We got 24.
Yes, here we go. Look at this. Hey, there are some I swear I saw Kyle Larson back there, too, by the way.
I think he's still in Texas, but he won last night's high limit race.
Yes, he did.
All right, ready to go, Crown Vics. There are 3 groups of Taylor Hot Lap qualifying, right? In this group will be the 77D. There's the 72 car. He comes to us out of the limestone capital of the world, Bedford, Indiana. That is Ryan Woods. Ryan Woods in car 72W. Also, the 15 is Austin Schuttmer. Austin Schuttmer at the former home of the Rushville Rocket, Tony Stewart, out of Rushville, Indiana. Austin Schuttmer in the 15 car. The 53 car on the track, that'll be Brett Ellison. Brett Ellison out of Scipio, Indiana, Jennings County in 53 for Brett Ellison.
How about the 7-11?
7-11.
I love it.
Is it out there? No. 9H is out there, though. That's not the
Matt Hamilton?
By the way, the 9H, don't touch it, DJ. He just painted it last night, I guess with Krylon. Remember that Johnny Bench commercial? Painted a bench with Krylon.
Painted a bench with Krylon. Krylon versus Rust-Oleum, baby.
There you go. Greens Fork, Indiana. Do you know where Greens Fork, Indiana is, DJ?
It's just past Green Spoon, Indiana, right?
It is. That's Brian Henderson Jr. in the 9H. 7-11 is going to the infield here, right? Also on the track is the 08 car. That'll be Brandon Akers. Brandon Akers at the 0-8 cars. He's out of Noblesville, Indiana.
Is that Joey Kramer driving for the Herod brothers in the 77?
Could be. He's back racing, by the way. He was at Lawrenceburg last week in a modified. Was Joey Kramer. The 77D, that'll be Jacob Daniels. Jacob Daniels in the 77D. He comes to us from right here in Indianapolis. A lot of these drivers, they not only run Brownstown on Saturday nights, but they also run over at the Speedrome. Not that far away. There's the 54 car. The 54 car, well, there's a story behind this. It's Ashley Weiss, her first ever race out of Franklin, Indiana, in car 54B. Also on the track, there's the 9Y. That'll be Chris Young. Chris Young comes to us out of Clarksville, Indiana, in the Roosters 9Y car. So, hot lap qualifying going on.
I think we just had a proverbial shot in the shorts down here as they were exiting the track, James.
Hey, Crown Vic Mania, buddy, you know, anything can happen. How about Johnny Collins? How does he feel about that last night? That's what happens when you put up $2,000, right?
Well, I heard Essex and Jarrett Logistics might be sponsoring the feature here this evening.
Yeah. I think it's $400 to win tonight, though.
Oh, my.
Maybe we can get a few more sponsors.
Oh, my. Somebody stole a Franklin County police car and painted a 007 on the side of it.
All right, we'll get this straightened out here. Also on the racetrack, not James Bond. There is the 86H. That is Chris Hahn. Chris Hahn out of Indianapolis, Indiana, in the 86H car.
Hey, James.
Yes, sir.
How about the coming down the front straightaway, coming off turn number 4, the Black Deuce, the former Eldora Speedway stock car standout, Ed Johnson.
Ed Johnson out of Eaton, Ohio. He thinks he's in Whitewater Valley, right? Or Union County, right? He ran there.
My.
Yes, he did. He ran there. Ed Johnson out of Eaton, Ohio in that 2 car. Also on the racetrack in this group, that is the 8B car. That'll be Richard Bloyd, his dad. They called him Little Butter, Rick Bloyd. That was Rich Bloyd, actually. Rich Bloyd out of Louisville, Kentucky. He lives in Cox's Creek, Kentucky, does Richard Bloyd Jr. For those late model aficionados. Of course, Little Butter, the B&R Speed Shop. Number 4 late model back, in the 80s. There's the 25 car. That'll be Robbie Norris. Robbie Norris, by the way, comes to us out of San Diego, California. You're wondering, why did he pull all the way here? Because I guess he likes Dustin and I, so he's going to race tonight. Out of San Diego, California. That is actually, the 25 car of Robbie Norris. He goes to school at Purdue, Indianapolis, by the way, studying motorsports. See the 11 car out there. That'll be Frank Hardcastle. He's out of Indianapolis. Also, Bryson Clark in the 5T car. He comes to us out of North Vernon, Indiana. Well, they've got one car that does not have a transponder on it. By the way, we talked about the Crown Vics down at Golden Isles. Good field down there. Again, they were running for 2,000. Tonight they run for 400. And, of course, they run them here at Circle City, also at the Speedrome, again, which is not that far from here. So a lot of guys do the dirt and the asphalt. Next group of cars, the 27 car. Oh, that is one of our lady drivers tonight. That'll be Stacy Fitzgerald. Stacy Fitzgerald, she's out of Louisville, Kentucky in 27. Also the number 5 car, that'll be Blake Daniels. Blake Daniels out of Franklin, Indiana. On with the Franklin Flyer, the mayor, Steve Barnett. Blake Daniels in 5. Also in this group, we should have the C18 car. There he is. That'll be Adam Fisher. Adam Fisher, he's in the C18 car. And Adam comes to us out of Huntington, Indiana, the Weaver Transport entry. C18. Also, let's see, should have there's the 7-11. That is Joe Woodward III. He's out of Connorsville, Indiana. His dad, Joe Woodward, runs a modified. His grandpa, that would have been Jack Woodward, longtime regular at, well, it was Whitewater Valley Speedway back in the day. Also on the track should be the 55B. We've got the Bird family out there. Kyle Bird's the dad. He's in the Plain 55. He's out of Greenfield, Indiana. His son, Bentley Bird, he's also out of Greenfield in 55B. There is Bentley Bird. That's a cool name, Taylor. Bentley Bird. I like that. Young man. Up-and-coming driver. Peyton Whitsitt, late arrival in the 160s out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. In the 160 car, Peyton Whitsitt.
That orange and white 55 looked very, very much like a Ty Long race car.
Ty Long, yes, very good. Very good. Did I see that Took Wiles is back racing a modified 187?
Yeah,
am I right?
Yeah. Took Wiles ran the modified at Muskingum County Speedway last week, alongside the 70-year-old veteran, the legend Larry Jarrett, got back behind the wheel last week.
I was going to pick him on Dirt Draft, but
value was too high.
Value was too high. That's right. By the way, the 2D car, that was Zach Deitches. Zach Deitches out of Noblesville, Indiana, and that should do it. All right, that'll do it. 24 Crown Vics. You just saw hot lap and qualifying. Those are in the books. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat races coming up very shortly. Pre-race ceremonies. You're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing. We are now from a sun-drenched Circle City Raceway in Indianapolis. We'll be right back.
I'm Hudson O'Neill, and you're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Series on FloRacing.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
Students that go through our programs have fantastic experiences and they come out getting good job placements.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
10 out of 10. If you even think this is the right place for you, you better just go.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
The new Dirt Draft app. Faster, sharper, built to win. New lock windows and predictive contests. More ways to play, more ways to win. Lock in your drivers, watch the action, and become a fantasy champion. Every lap, every restart, every last lap slide job that moves you up the leaderboard. The green flag just dropped on the all-new Dirt Draft. Download it now at dirtdraft.com. Draft your team and get in the race.
Race Car Engineering is your single source supplier for all your racing equipment. Dirt, asphalt, drag strip, street rod, or off-road, hundreds of brands and thousands of parts. Online 24/7 at racecareng.com or toll free 800-882-7231.
Established in 1983, FK Rod Ends has been the industry leader for both midget and micro racing. Family owned and operated, we take pride in our products and our name because we know you value yours. Visit our website, www.fkrodends.com, to find out how you can join our winning team. FK Rod Ends. To beat the best, you've got to use the best.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by FloRacing, your #1 source for all things racing. By Summit Racing Equipment, let's build it together. And by Sunoco Race Fuels, race fuel for the street. Circle City Raceway, time trials in the books. 3 heat races coming up. We'll take the top 6, and then we'll have 1 B main tonight. And we'll take the top 4 in 2 provisionals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's activities, we welcome you to Circle City Raceway here, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and the Crown Vics. If everyone will please rise and remove your hats, Pastor J.R. Roush will do our invocation here tonight.
Dear gracious Lord, we thank you for this day. Father, for this is the day in which you have made. Father, we thank you for this time of year when so many can come out and display their talents and joys you have richly blessed them with. Father, we humbly ask that you would protect the drivers on the track, the crews in the pits, the fans in the stands, and the staff who are working this event. Lord, we also ask you for fun. May our hearts be filled with joy and excitement. And Lord, we commit this evening and this race to you in honor of your great love for us. We ask this in all things in the holy and matchless name of our Savior and King, Christ Jesus. And all the race fans said, amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Pastor. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Tomorrow we'll be at Florence Speedway, home of the Sunoco Race Fuels North-South 100. We will be there tomorrow at the Ralph Latham Memorial. First time we're going to get it in 3 years. So we look forward to that. Again, we will start at 6 o'clock tomorrow night with hot laps at Florence. Invite you over there. A lot of campers, we understand, already there, getting ready for the Ralph Latham Memorial. We will see you there tomorrow night. They'll have the pro late models along with the modifieds. We are ready to go 3 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat races. The top 6 will advance. There'll be 8 laps apiece. Penske Shocks heat number 1 looks this way on the pole. Your overall fast qualifier will be the 157. He's out of Winfield, Tennessee. That'll be Mike Marlar outside. The winner on Sunday night at Hagerstown. Out of New Berlin, Illinois, the number 1, that is Brandon Shepard. Row 2 will be the driver that finished second on Sunday night. Third of the points out of Evans, Georgia, that'll be Brandon Overton. And outside the 111 out of Centerville, Pennsylvania is Max Blair. Row 3 will be the top rookie so far in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, the 11R. That'll be Josh Rice. He's out of Crittenden, Kentucky. And the 4G out of Camden, Ohio is Cody Evans. Row 4 will be Dave Hess Jr., first time here at Circle City out of Waterford, PA. And Dylan McCowan, second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase in car 80s out of Urbana, Missouri. And on the back, the 317 out of Richmond, Indiana. That is Blake Creech. Jeremy, are we interviewing the heat race winners?
Yes, we are, James. I'm not Jeremy, but I can answer that for you.
Thank you very much. You never know when the mic's off, do you? All right, heat number 1. Thank you, DJ. Glad to have you here tonight. He'll be with us tomorrow night. And the triplets will be together next week at Farmer City in Fairbury at the East Door at Halligan Rigging Start Zone. We are underway in heat number 1. Again, the top 6 transfer. Top 6 will have to clear the long anchor scales. We did a turn number 3. There's the battle there. They were first and second on Sunday night at Hagerstown as they did a turn number 1. Mike Marlowe with the lead. Mike Marlar in Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Again, a 3-time Knoxville Late Model National winners. He has 23 career victories. If he wins tonight or tomorrow night, he will equal the legendary Billy Moyer all-time on the win list in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series with 24 victories. Marlar right now the advantage. Shepard, Overton, Blair, Rice, your top 4 down the main straightaway. So Mike Marlar, and we have got a Hellraiser Jacks caution, and it's the 317 of Blake Creech and the 8 of Dylan McCowan.
Well, James, I don't know what happened, but Dylan McCowan is pulling into the All Makes Collision service area over here to have Zach Booker check out that race car. As you can see, he's got a little bit of damage on the left side door. Booker going to make sure that nothing is rubbing, and one of your O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year candidates for 2026 is going to pull away.
Dirt Late Model record again, $20,000, over $10,000 in contingencies. So again, we explained this earlier in case you missed it, that Dylan McCowan and Josh Rice, they have declared for Rookie of the Year. Freddie Carpenter did not sign the paperwork to do that, but he is still perfect attendance as we see the FK Rod-Ins replay of what happened there to the Sonic America's Drive-In Midwest Sheet Metal car number 8. So we'll go Delaware double file restart. We have 5 down, 3 to go. Next time around, it'll be the green and then the Hellraiser Jacks halfway mark. By the way, as we mentioned a while back, the Hellraiser Jacks, the Pit Crew Challenge will be at Florence Speedway coming up in August. So DJ, we need to do it we'll have about 10,000 people in the infield, right? We'll do the contest with those folks. That's going to be wild. Always a good time at Florence. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Come on out and support the racetrack. Here we go back underway at the East Door and Hauling and Rigging restart zone. And Marlar continues to lead. B-Shep down the back straightaway. And they're trying to go 3 wide as Rice gets squeezed out going into turn number 3. Right there. Here comes Max Blair as Overton got a little sideways coming up before Rice to the top shelf. Rice to the top shelf at Circle City. A former C.J. Rayburn tribute winner here is Josh Rice along with his brother James, who's crewing on the 11 car. And we have got a Hellraiser Jacks caution on the racetrack for debris on the track, I believe down here in 1 or 2. So DJ, I mentioned the Hellraiser Jacks Pit Crew Challenge. Like I said, there's like 10,000 people in the infield for the North-South. That could be nothing better than that, right?
Well, there's what, 3 crew guys, right? So, I mean,
yeah.
You and Ben and I.
Well, last year paid $10,000 to win. We was going to get into it. Yeah, we was going to get into that.
We had inside information. We knew it paid $10,000 to win before it actually did pay $10,000 to win.
Right.
The check from Tim Sheets had the winner's amount crossed off like 7 different times because he kept raising the purse.
Well, Tim Sheets does so much, of course, to support with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And we thank him down there in North Carolina. They do such a great job. And best jacks in the business, folks. So if you're a race team and you don't have one, you need to get hold of Tim Sheets and he'll get you one. Reasonably priced, made in the USA. A-Store and Hauling and Rigging restart zone back underway at Circle City. Max Blair trying to keep that string alive atop 5. He makes a run down the back straightaway. Blair underneath Shepard. Max Blair. He's going to start close to the front here tonight. Right now running in second. There you have Shepard Rice to the outside. 3 laps to go. It's sporty at Circle City. Here comes Rice in the 11R. Out at turn 4. It's still Marlar, Blair, Shepard, Rice, Overton out at 2, down the back straightaway. Give the top 6 advance. Overton in 5th. Cody Evans runs in 6th. Off at turn 4. It is the Barons Performance. White flag. 1 lap to go for the 157. Again, if he could win tonight, he would tie Billy Moyer. 24 wins in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and he's off to a good start. He'll be on the Bill Stein Chucks pole tonight for the 157. Blair started 4th. He finishes in 2nd. 3rd is Shepard. As he will go to the Longacre scales to make it official. Rice finishes in 4th. 5th is Overton. 6th is Cody Evans. As long as they pass the Longacre scales. They will make it official. So your winner, he is in the Delk Equipment, Langenfelder Mechanical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Petrov Towing, Certainty, Cam-Man Salvage, Josh Davis, the crew chief, Jerry Sprouse on the crew. That's a Longhorn with a Clements tonight for Ronnie Delk. The 157, he's perfect so far tonight. Out of Winfield, Tennessee fans, how about it for Mike Marlar?
Well, we talked about it earlier. Brandon Overton did it here last year. Mike's going to take the helmet off, pull the receiver out of his ear. All right, Mikey, you're 2 for 2 so far. This 157 is going to start on the Bills time pole, but what's it going to take to stay up front for a full 50 laps?
Well, first off, I got to thank my buddies Ricky and Randy Hamby. They come up to the shop there the other day and helped me with some stuff on my car, and seems like it's really helped me, so I really appreciate them guys. I don't know. The track's pretty cool. It's dirty, so nothing feels good but the front right now. So hopefully we just get in the right lanes, and it's really hard to get turned in. So tricky little place, and I think it's more about me doing my job than the car at this point.
He's won at Volunteer, Tennessee. He's won at Ponderosa, Kentucky. He's just trying to move north and get a win here in the Hoosier State. How about it for the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar?
Yeah, Rick and Randy Hamby from PPM Racing Products down there in Crossville, Tennessee. All right, Summit Racing number 2. It'll be laps top 6 advance. On the pole, the driver second in the points, the 71 out of Martinsville, Indiana. That'll be Hudson O'Neal. Outside will be the 60 out of Lakeshore, Minnesota, Dane Ebert. Row 2 will be Kyle Bronson. He is out of Brandon, Florida, the 40B, and Carson Ferguson, the 93 out of Lincoln, North Carolina. Row 3 will be Jason Jamison out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, in 12. And the P3 out of Martinsville, Indiana, that's Steve Peden. Row 4 will be Dillard Hatchett. He is out of Cornersville, Tennessee, and fast. Freddie Carpenter, the C4 out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. And starting shotgun tonight will be the 4 car out of Madison, Indiana. That'll be Cody Mahoney. In 3 heats, top 6, 1B, top 4. As we'll pack in the top of the track. Hudson O'Neal, 3 wins in the Lucas Oil Series. 11 overall here in 2026. In his home state again, the 71 car. He is a former Ralph Latham Memorial winner, along with his dad, by the way. Don O'Neal, Hudson O'Neal, they will be at Florence. Will Hudson O'Neal tomorrow night. Don O'Neal will be back in a couple of weeks, we understand. As we'll pack that track in, again, for those folks, always we get who's all there, how many entries you got, live timing and scoring, so on. Hey, the only way to get that is like My Race Pass, right? MyRacePass.com, and get that. Over 600 sanctioning bodies and racing organizations and racetracks are on My Race Pass. Again, live timing and scoring, up-to-date points, schedule, and again, entries as well. Go to My Race Pass and be sure to get that. You can use it here at the racetrack or at home or on the road. So Circle City under new ownership here in 2026. John Lunsford, Will Fox, part of the team there. Of course, they're the team abacus owners of the Logan CV sprint team. By the way, down there, catch it on Flow tonight down in Bloomington, Indiana. It's all Hoosier State all the time here tonight. Tomorrow night, we will be live at Florence Speedway and the USAC Sprints. They'll be live at Tommy Helfrich's Hopstock, Indiana, Tri-State Speedway tomorrow night. Where we need a Lucas Oil race, right? At Hopstock, absolutely. Here we go. A-Store and Hauling and Rigging start zone underway in Summit Racing Heat number 2. Winner starts on the outside of the front row tonight. Marlar right down the pole. As we head into turn number 3, Hudson O'Neal out of turn 4, the 71 car with the lead around this tight quarter-mile oval. Right now, Ebert runs in second. Bronson is third. Fourth is Ferguson. Fifth is Jamison. Sixth is Peden. Carson Ferguson made his NASCAR truck debut. He'll be at Martinsville, Virginia, coming up in October. He was 21st at Bristol a few weeks ago. And right now, trying to hold off the current Northern All-Star points leader. That is Jason Jamison of the 12. And they come out of turn number 4. It's still O'Neal out in front. 6 to go. 2 in the books. 3 laps coming up in the books. Right now, the advantage is Hudson O'Neal up at turn number 4. Dan Ebert trying to pick up the pace of the 60. So right now, Indiana, Minnesota running first and second into 1. Third is Kyle Bronson. Fourth, Ferguson. Fifth is Jamison. Sixth runs Peden. Pete trying to put it on the show in that capital P3. Right now, battle down the back straightaway. Ebert not out of it yet. O'Neal coming out of turn number 4, down the main straightaway. Into turn number 1. Right now, they'll have 2 to go. Next time around, Ebert right there on him into turn 3. Back in third is still Bronson, out of 4. Here comes O'Neal and Ebert. Barron's Performance, white flag, 1 lap to go down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. As long as they cross the long anchor scales, these 6 will be in the show. Hudson O'Neal, your winner. Second is going to be Dan Ebert. Third will be Kyle Bronson. Fourth will be Carson Ferguson. Fifth will be the 12 of Jamison. Then the P3 of Steve Peden. So 6th goes to Peden. 5th Jamison. 4th Ferguson. 3rd Bronson. 2nd Ebert. And your winner, currently 2nd in the points. He is in the Big River Steel, Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding Company, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling, O'Neal Salvage and Recycling, Lineal Contracting, Beeman Lumber, Seven Spurs Ranch, Lucas Oil, Sunoco Race Fuels, Penske Shocks, Indiana USSSA, Fast Pitch Softball, Dickey's Doghouse, it's a Longhorn Cornet, Jason Durham, the crew chief. We've got Riley Sheedy, Kyle Daly, Logan Scott on the crew of the SSI Motorsports 71. How about in Indiana fans out of Martinsville, Indiana? Your winner, Hudson O'Neal.
The crowd's going crazy up there for you, Hud. You win the heat race. It's your 6th heat win of the year. You're going to start 3rd in the feature tonight. What's it going to take to get this 71 car out front, outside of that sun that's staring you in the eyes right now?
Yeah, I think we got a good piece. Can maybe get a little bit better just feel-wise, but every time I've ever been here in the racetracks like this early, it puts on a really good show. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to get wide, and we're going to be all over it. So, yeah, we got a good hot rod. We'll just do what we can here, and hopefully at the end of the night we'll be sitting on this front straightaway.
How about a home state crowd for the driver out of Martinsville, Indiana, the New Deal, Hudson O'Neal.
Thank you, DJ. Heat number 3, Cool at Thermal Tech. Heat number 3, the top 6 advance on the pole. A former winner here at the Rayburn Tribute Race. It'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. He's out of Chandler, Arizona. Outside the current Midwest Shimano points leader, the defending series champion, the 99 out of Dresden, Ohio. That's Devin Moran. Row 2, good qualifying time tonight for the 22 out of Earl, Iowa, Daniel Ilzebeck. And the 93 out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, Corey Lawler. Row 3 will be Garrett Alverson. He's out of Las Cruces, New Mexico in 58. And the 3S out of Chatham, Illinois, Brian Shirley. And your final row will be the 19M out of Dade City, Florida, Brendan Smith, and the 6 out of Jupiter, Florida. That is Clay Harris. Again, fans, after late model heats, don't forget to visit behind the grandstand area. We have the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series apparel trailer. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series t-shirts, hats, hoodies. We've got Flow hoodies and Flow t-shirts, goggles, earplugs, decals, the world's fastest late model shirts. I like those. Seat cushions, Yeti tumblers, flags, keychains, koozies, new Carhartt hoodies, pullovers, and the brand new ladies embroidered sweatshirts, all at the Lucas Oil apparel trailer. For those at home, yes, DJ, shoplucasdirt.com.
They got some really cool looking FloRacing merchandise there as well. And I heard a rumor that James Essex has a tab open there, just like when you go to the local watering hole. So if you see something there you like, put it on the James Essex tab.
Actually, it's a hard card. But anyway, again, those at home, if you want some shirts, let's say next week for Illinois Speed Weeks, go to shoplucasdirt.com. Shoplucasdirt.com at any time. Here we go. A-Store and Hauling and Rigging start zone underway. Heat 3. Moran, the crossover, side by side at a 3. Devin Moran is going to take the lead in 99. An early candidate for the Victory Fuel power move of the race here early on in Heat 3. And Moran starting to pull away in 99. Battle back behind him again. The top 6 advance. Moran will lead Thornton off of 4. Devin Moran, 5 series victories this year, trying to defend his title. Again, paying a dirt late model record $250,000 to win the championship. Again here in 2026. Hilsebeck had some mechanical issues on Sunday, but right now running in 30. Had a good run at Georgetown a week ago. Lawler in 4th, Alberson 5th. Brian Shirley runs in 6th. As we are at the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark in the 3rd and final heat of the night, and we got a battle for the lead into 3. 2 of the best in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. 2 of the best in the nation. Devin Moran and Ricky Thornton Jr. off at turn number 4. 3 laps to go down the back straightaway. Ricky Thornton Jr. Started on the pole. Devin Moran started on the outside, but Moran with a great move on lap 1 has the lead. 2 laps to go. They will go to the Barron's Performance white flag. 1 lap to go from Rob Penrod. Devin Moran, 1 to go to the main event. Here comes Thornton on the bottom of the 20 RT. He slides up the track. Cannot make the pass. Final lap. Off at turn number 4. Devin Moran, the current point leader, is going to win heat number 3. Second is going to be Thornton. Third will be Hilsbeck. Fourth will be Lawler. Fifth is Halverson. Sixth is Brian Shirley. Well, the top 6 will go to the Long Acre Scales. 6th, Shirley. 5th, Alberson. 4th, Lawler. 3rd, Hilsbeck. 2nd, Thornton, your winner. He is in the Big River Steel, Millwood Plumbing, CMW Trucking, Phillips CPA, Bomac, Holland Haskell's, Anthony's Pizza, CarSourceAuto.com, Hazen Services, Northeastern Fabrication, McHugh Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Elliott Farms, Pee Wee's Record Service, Chuck Kimball, the crew chief, Brad McLaughlin, Dylan Murado, and Houston Knoll on the team of the Longhorn Cornet for Roger Sellers. The 9 early candidate DJ for the Victory Fuel Power Move of the race in E3. Your winner, your current points leader, Devin Moran in 99.
And defending series champion as well. Dev, you had to earn that one. Here's my question for you. How tough is this place going to be for 50 laps, especially if you're at the front of the field when you get to lap traffic?
Yeah, I just really didn't know where to be in 3 and 4. I felt like the bottom was better, but my car just wasn't very good down there, and I knew Ricky was right on me. But, yeah, we'll just see if this thing widens out and see what happens.
All right, Devin Moran, ladies and gentlemen, picks up the win in Collet Thermotech heat number 3, and he's going to start on the outside front row of tonight's A main.
All right.
James, I stand corrected. He will not start on the outside front row, right? I forgot only 3 heat races tonight, so they will line the heads up. Heat 1, Heat 2, Heat 3 for the A main. Is that correct?
Right, that is right. No, yes.
That is.
No group qualifying tonight with 26. If we got to 28, we would have.
Crown Vic Manium. Let's go.
Tell you what, we need some Crown Vic shirts down at the trailer, don't we?
Give me the Collinses. Hey, they're stopped for you, James. They're stopped for you to get the lineup.
That's right. They're going to go 4 wide here momentarily, Dustin. You want to bring them out? Here's your lineup. On the pole will be the 72W. He comes to us out of Bedford, Indiana. That'll be Ryan Woods. Outside is the 86 car. He is out of Sellersburg, Indiana. That is Jeff Roberts. Row 2 is the 9Y. He's out of Clarksville, Indiana. Chris Young. And outside the 53 out of Scipio, Indiana is Brett Ellison. Row 3 is the 77D is Jacob Daniels. He's out of Indianapolis. And outside the 08 car, that is Brandon Acree. He is out of Noblesville, Indiana. Row 4 is the 54 car. On the racetrack, that is a late arrival. That'll be Ashley Weiss in her first ever race out of Franklin, Indiana. Move over, Franklin Flyer. It'll be the 15 of Austin Shuttmer. He's out of Rushville, Indiana. And the 9H on the back, that'll be Brian Henderson Sr. He is out of Green Forks, Indiana. They are green at the Essex and Jarrett Logistics start zone as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Hey, they're going to put them all in the feature tonight, all 24 of them. We are underway. Green to 72W. Out of Bedford, Indiana. Regular down at Brownstown, Indiana. That is Ryan Woods and the Crown Vics. Second as they head into turn number 3. Off of 4. Good 3-car race here in Heat 1 for the Crown Vics. Down the main straightaway, Woods with the lead. As they come out of turn number 2, you see the 86 car running in third right now. That is driven by Jeff Rowe. Oh, Dustin Jerry, we got it up at the 54, Ashley Weiss, oh my. And she might have got sideswiped there. They forgot the hood pins. In her first ever race, the hood pins are not on the hood apparently. I got you, okay. Ashley Weiss is in heat number 2. We'll be all right. We'll blame it on somebody else, right? They forgot the hood pins. Battle for the lead right here. It is the 72. 9Y, Chris Young out of Clarksville. Good battle there out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Woods and Young down the back straightaway. Rob Penrod has got to love this competition at the Crown Vics. Here they come out of turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Good battle there, the 72W Ryan Woods. And on the bottom is Chris Young of the 9Y. They have pulled away from the rest of the field, and they're going at it. Young throws it in. Oh, baby, he got sideways. Watch out, Chris Young. Out at turn 4. White flag is out. Into turn number 1. Final lap at 8-1 for the Crown Vics. They're going to pick up the tail end of the field. Ryan Woods trying to lead it wire to wire down the back straightaway. Here comes Young on the bottom. Oh, man, do we have a Golden Isles? Well, the leader got taken out on the last lap, but we got a pass for the lead, and Ryan Young, or Chris Young, is going to win the race. In the 9Y. Woods leads it all the way to the finish line and gets past coming out of turn number 4. Wow. What about that, Crown Vic fans? I'm telling you what, there's the 9Y car. We're going to give him a shout out. That's in the Roosters, Red Ball Recycling, Showtime Towing, Broom Broom Commercial Cleaning Service, Is Greg Sewer and Drain Cleaning, G&G Radiator, Ty Romeo Builders, and Bohannon's Body Shop. Your winner, the 9Y, out of Clarksville, Indiana. How about it for Ryan Young?
I thought for sure that was Kyle Larson. I mean,
how about Roosters? You ever been to Roosters?
I like Roosters, yeah. How about he brought the broom broom?
Put the broom broom and Rooster Cockburn. Holy cow. All right, heat number 2 coming up. Here is your lineup. On the pole will be the 8B car. That is Richard Boyd Jr. He's out of Cox's Creek, Kentucky. Outside will be the 25R. That's Robbie Norris from San Diego, California. Row number 2 will be the 5T. That'll be Bryson Clark. He's out of North Vernon, Indiana. Outside of the 11. Out of Indianapolis is Frank Hardcastle. Row number 3 will be the 86H. That is driven by Chris Hahn. He's out of Indy. And the 76H is Cody Hardcastle. He is out of Indy. And your 4th and final row will be the number 2 car. That's Ed Johnson, son of the legendary Sam Johnson of Vino High. And there's Ashley Weiss out of Franklin, Indiana, in her first ever race in 54. All right, everybody's going to advance here tonight in the Crown Vics. So Chris Young got the lead coming out of turn 4, wins heat number 1. Heat number 3 will follow. Then we'll have the B main for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. As it is actually cleared off here. And again, we'll be at Florence tomorrow. Hot laps at 6 p.m. They are on Eastern time, so same as here in Indiana, except for Southwest Indiana and Northwest Indiana.
There was a time when portions of Indiana did not observe daylight savings time.
Did you come across an I-70 from did you go through Richmond?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yeah. The never-ending stretch of road construction from Richmond to Indianapolis.
Do you know our great governor he's going to try to put a $12 toll road there? I have no idea. Yes, it is. Here we go. It is. All right, we're underway in heat number 2 for the Crown Vics out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, your leader. There you see the 8B car. That is Richard Boyd Jr. Again, we talked about his dad, Rich Boyd Sr. Many years, of course, ran at Fairgrounds Motor Speedway in Louisville and was on the dirt track there in the early 80s at like Charlestown and Scottsburg and Brownstown. As we're going to turn number 3, the battle there, the 11 car, the Hardcastles. Has problems for Ed Johnson in the 2 car. That is a nice looking Crown Vic as they come out of turn number 4. But right now he's got a ways to go as he is on the tail end of the field. So down the main straightaway. That first heat was excellent. It went down to the wire. But right now dominating performance by the 8 car of Rich Boyd Jr. down the back straightaway. Cox's Creek, Kentucky, Louisville, however you want to do it. They're right there as they go into turn number 1. Good lead right now. It's about 4 car lengths out of turn number 2, and he's off the pace. Your leader is off the pace, Rich Bloyd Jr., and he gets passed by the 5T car. That is Bryson Clark out of North Vernon. So Rich Bloyd Jr., problems in the car number 2, or the car number 8, off the pace as he's out of this one. So Bryson Clark out of that Clark family there in North Vernon, Indiana. As they go into turn number 1, Troy Clark, Tim Clark, the late Mark Clark. Of course, Ron Clark, Tim and Mark's dad, raced for many years, and their mom, very good powder puff racer there. But right now, out in front is Bryson Clark out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway in the 5T car. Final lap as we're on the white flag. Hardcastle runs in second, 11. Off at turn 4, it's going to be Bryson Clark with the winner. The win at second is going to be Hardcastle 11. Third will be the 86 car. That is driven by Chris Hahn. So Bryson Clark, he's in the Gilpin Electric and Generator Services. Turner Machine Specialist, Robin Joe's Body Shop, Ray Automotive, BAM Racing Engines, JCE Complete Fuel Systems, Stephen Morris Motorsports, 812 Customs, and Hills Historic Painting. The 5T car, your winner, heat number 2 for the Crown Vics out of North Vernon, Indiana. How about it for Bryson Clark? Well, tough break for Richard Bloyd Jr., Heartbreak Hotel, as you see him push back to the period. 1 more to go for the Crown Vics. On the pole, we've got the Bird family in this one, father and son. It's going to be Blake Daniels, or the 55 car. That is Bentley Bird. Excuse me, that's Kyle Bird, his dad. Kyle Bird out of Greenfield, Indiana on the pole. His son, Bentley Bird, alongside in the 5B. He's also out of Greenfield, Indiana. Row 2 is Blake Daniels in 5. He's out of Franklin, Indiana. And Zeke Deaches, he's in the 2D out of Noblesville. Row 3 will be Peyton Whitsitt. He's out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. And Stacy Fitzgerald in the 23s. He's out of Louisville, Kentucky. And row 4 is going to be Adam Fisher out of Huntington, Indiana, and Joe Woodward III in the 7-11. He is out of Connorsville, Indiana.
James, are you a craps player?
No.
Well, then you wouldn't know 7-11.
Well, we're trying to find out the driver of the 007, and we know it's not James Bond.
Are you sure about that?
We do not know.
I bet it's a Collins.
It could be. All right, here we go. Green is out. Third and final lead for the Crown Vics. Father and son going at it. And the 55B, that is Bentley Bird, the young man out of Greenfield, Indiana, just over the next county in Hancock County, Indiana. Right now with the lead. His dad follows in second and 55. I think Dad will let him win down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. These 3,900 pounds. Hunk of steel out of turn 4. Bentley Bird out in front in 55B. Right now running in third is the 5 car. That is Blake Daniels. As you see the battle here. Now you notice some of them's got windshields in them because some of them they run over here at the Speedrome on Saturday night. Some of them, a lot of dirt tracks around the area running Crown Vics. We got a battle down the back straight with the Bird family. Into turn number 3. Bentley Bird out of turn 4. It's going to be the halfway mark. The third and final heat race of the night for the Crown Vics. Around this quarter mile, semi-banked oval down the back straightaway. Daniels runs in third. Right now in fourth is Peyton Whitsitt out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Yep. Here we go, coming up in a few more laps. We got problems on the back straightaway though, but we stay green as the front is going to pick up the tail end of the field into turn number 3. Off at turn number 4, heavy traffic for Bentley Bird. Which way does he go? 7-11 down the back straightaway. Bentley Bird's going to make the move into turn number 3. His dad follows right behind him out of turn number 4. It's going to be the white flag, the Bird family. We don't want to have to cancel Thanksgiving. Let's go into 1. Out at 2, Bentley Bird as we got a car slowing in front of them. And down the back straightaway, let's see, he's off the pace. We get a car stopped out at 2. And we're going to go to the green, the yellow and the checkers at the same time. So it is officially over. So the 007, I think one of the track owners, Will Fox, owns that car, but he's not driving it, but I don't know who's driving it.
I got a lot of questions.
Why?
I mean, I just have a lot of, are you sure that's not Steve Barnett? It says Franklin Police in that 007, number 1.
It could be. He's still the mayor.
I mean, number 2, if you didn't have a 5, you had a 0% chance at running at the front of that field. Number 3, I saw a few guys out there that looked like they were dealing 5-card stud when they came off corner number 4, man.
Well, son beat the dad. Have you ever outran your dad, Larry Jarrett, in a modified?
I know better than to outrun Larry Jarrett.
Well, your winner, by the way, is going to be Kyle Bird. He is in the... No, it's going to be Bentley Bird. Bentley Bird, he is in the Bledsoe Environmental CNC sheet metal. Your winner, the 55B, out of Greenfield, Indiana. How about it for Bentley Bird? We've got every Bird here, DJ, except for Larry.
We need Larry Bird. I'd like to see Larry Bird in a Crown Vic.
We need Larry Bird and a Crown Vic. I
want to know, why did the scoreboard on the back straightaway, it counted down, just as it should, for the Lucas Oil here, but it counted up for the Crown Vic?
Because they're the Crown Vics.
They do what they want. They're like Luxembourg. They rule themselves. They govern themselves.
Just like Luxembourg. Oh, my. Thank you, DJ. We're going to take a break. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series B main coming up next. We'll take the top 4. You're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing. We'll be back to Indianapolis.
Hi, this is Dan Ebert. You're watching Lucas Oil Late Model on FloRacing.
Welcome back to Circle City Raceway in Indianapolis. James Essex, Dustin Jarrett on the call tonight. We'll be on the call tomorrow night at Florence Speedway. You're looking at Circle City Raceway, second ever appearance with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The B-Main's coming up, brought to you by Fast Shafts. It'll be 7 laps, 7 cars to start. And Dustin, Jarrett, you and I talked about this in Florida. We did have a sponsor come along. It will be the Steering Buddy Dark Horse driver of the race. And it's a driver that has never won a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series main event. $1,000 extra to that driver. And it started last weekend, and it'll happen here tonight. We'll see if we get one.
You got a pick yet? You got a pick for your Steering Buddy Dark Horse?
I'm going to pick Brian Shirley and Carson Ferguson until they win one, right?
Hey,
but
Dan,
you never know. It could be Daniel Hilzebeck. It could be Indy. You just don't know.
Dan Ebert looked really good in that heat race. Hey, I want to touch on something real quick as this B-Main gets ready to make its way out. One thing that Hudson O'Neal touched on after he won his heat race, just off to my right, our cameraman Adam Marks is going to show you at the end of the back straightaway, that sun is brutal right now. It's incredibly difficult for drivers to really get a good judge or depth perception on where they need to enter turn 3. That's going to be something real interesting to keep our eyes on. I don't think it's going to be a factor for the feature. I think the sun should be down by then. But for this B-Main, if you see someone lose it going into turn number 3, I wouldn't be so sure the sun is maybe not to blame, because it is in a very precarious spot right now.
Has it warmed up, Andy, at all down there with the sun out? I mean, it's cleared off here. There's no clouds in sight.
Which is unbelievable, right? Yeah. Considering it was spitting rain during the drivers' meeting earlier. Right. Down here where I'm at, I don't know if our guys up top can get a shot of the Ace Doran Hauling and Rigging start zone flags. You can see they're in attention. But quite honestly, James, down here where I'm at, I'm out of the wind a little bit, and it's not too bad. I'm also bundled up pretty good, too.
All right, great job as usual, DJ, and he'll be joining us tomorrow night from Florence. Well, I tell you what, tomorrow, with all the rainouts everywhere, right? I mean, I don't know how many cars we'll have tomorrow night. We got the crate late models, the Pro Crate late models, modifieds as well, along with Lucas Oil 25K to win. Here is your lineup. Fast Shafts B-Main. It'll be Dave Hess Jr., Waterford, PA, his home, and Dillard Hatchard. Dillard is out of Cornersville, Tennessee. Clay Harris is out of Jupiter, Florida. Dylan McCowan out of Urbana, Missouri. Cody Mahoney out of Madison, Indiana. Brandon Smith in the 19M. And Fast Freddie Carpenter. Again, Blake Creech is a scratch. 7 cars, 7 laps. Top 4 transfer. I'd like to thank our official sponsors, of course, Lucas Oil, FloRacing, ARP, My Race Pass, Sunoco Race Fuels, Big River Steel, Veland, Hoosier Tire, Summit Racing Equipment, UNOH, Eclipse Claims Consulting, Wayland, also Miller Welders, Race Car Engineering, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Ace Doran Hauling and Rigging, Dirt Draft, Rugged Radios, Amatro, FK Rod-Ins, and All-Star Performance. Thank you very much. Here we go. Ace Doran Hauling and Rigging start zone underway. Dave Hess Jr., they try to go 3 wide. McCown works the bottom of the 8 car. In the top 4 advance, the rest are done for 9 unless they have a series provisional or a fast time provisional. Out at 2, down the back straightaway. McCown all over the back of Dillard Hatchett. Dillard Hatchett, very limited experience in a dirt late model, but right now running to the 2nd spot, his first trip here. He'll be at Florence tomorrow night along with Dave Hess Jr. Here comes McCown on the bottom of the 8 car. Clay Harris runs in 4th. Right now, your provisionals will be Brendan Smith and Freddie Carpenter. Mahoney trying to make the bottom work in the 4 car. Currently 3rd in the Northern All-Star points is Cody Mahoney. Brandon Mullins under the hood of that rocket as they come out of turn number 4. He's got some work to do as they head down the main straightaway. So Dave Hess Jr., Brendan Smith working the top shelf at the 19M, and on the outside, nice move by Brendan Smith at the 19M. He's going to take the 4th spot right now from Clay Harris. Clay Harris comes into tonight in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He right now stands 7th in the points. Dave Hess Jr. with the lead as the Barron's Performance white flag, 1 lap to go. Battle for 2nd down the back straightaway. Dillard Hatchett along with Hess make their first appearances. They're going to finish 1st and 2nd in this Fast Shafts B-Main. Hatchett is 2nd, McCowan 3rd, Brendan Smith gets 4th. So they'll go to the Longacre scales to make it official. Grabbing 4th is going to be Brendan Smith, 3rd will be Dylan McCowan, 2nd Dillard Hatchett. And your winner, he's in the McKean Tavern, Plyler Entry Systems, Everhard Asphalt, Amsoil, Martin Dynamics, CAP, Steel Erectors Incorporated, Illusion Coats, McKean Asphalt and Concrete Recycling, Johnson's Car Care Collision, Hess Graphics and Salvage, Chubb Frank Racing. It's a Longhorn with a 955 built engine. He's out of Waterford, Pennsylvania. How about it? His first trip to Circle City. He wins the B-Main, Dave Hess Jr. As long as he crosses the long acre scales over there outside of turn number 3, those 4 will be in the show. And we'll settle up on the provisionals, and we'll have the 24-car field set for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series A main. About ready to do the 10-minute call. The Race Car Engineering Pace Truck will lead them onto the track here as we start the 10-minute call in a few moments. 50 laps. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Circle City Raceway in Indianapolis. We'll be right back.
You're watching the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series on FloRacing.
Deep in the world of dirt racing lies a mind that refuses to rest. A team obsessed with innovation, precision, and the relentless hunt for speed. A brand new product line built through a partnership with one of the most respected names in high-performance suspension. Öhlins doesn't simply participate in racing. Racing is their core. Öhlins Shocks, available exclusively through Longhorn Dynamics.
In the heat of the game, every drop counts. Introducing Victory Fuel Flavored Electrolyte Water, the ultimate hydration companion.
Chili Bowl champion Logan Seavey. ASCS National Champion Seth Bergman.
Packed with essential electrolytes and bursting with delicious flavors, Victory Fuel keeps you hydrated and fueled to perform at your best. Nothing tastes better than Victory.
ARP manufactures the ultimate fasteners from the best raw materials using cold forged technology. Family owned and made in the USA. Quality always comes first. For whatever extreme category you're in, it's always ARP-bolts.com.
When disaster strikes your home or business, dealing
videos live. Tune in to Flow and watch pretty much any race we want.
This is our Daytona 500. This is it.
The largest crowd.
It's the biggest race of the year.
Destiny fulfilled.
This is the biggest race I've ever won.
The best dirt late model series in America.
This is exactly the group you need to put on a big event like this.
The biggest night in pavement late model racing history.
High limit racing.
You're watching the greatest sprint car drivers in the world right here on FloRacing.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by FloRacing, your #1 source for all things racing. By Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. And by UNOH, the University of Northwestern Ohio. Turn your passion into a career.
I'm Ferguson, and you're watching the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Models on FloRacing.
Welcome back to Circle City Raceway in Indianapolis here at the Marion County 4-H Fairgrounds. As Rob Penrod, as we got the sun below the clouds outside of turns 3 and 4. By the way, Jacob, not our own Jacob Nord, but Jacob is celebrating his 28th birthday. Happy birthday, Jacob. Well, we're going to get to race for the first time in 3 years the Ralph Lapton tomorrow. So pit gates will open at noon tomorrow at Florence, by the way. For you fans here, I know several of you are going to Florence tomorrow night. Pit gates open at noon. Grandstand gates at 5. I believe the Hall of Fame might be open, but I'm not 100% sure. And you can check out the new renovations for that. As our own Rick Schwally be inducted into the National Dirt Late Hall of Fame coming up in August. Always a great weekend there. And Union, Kentucky. 50 laps tonight here. Tomorrow night we run for 25K. Tonight we run for 15K. Again, fans, if you can't join us here tonight, be sure to join us tomorrow night. We will have the Lucas Oil Apparel trailer there tomorrow night. So lots of goodies. We got some, scan the QR code. If you're at home and you're coming to Illinois Speedway next weekend, well, I don't know if you can get your...
We lost James.
Well, there you go.
Hey,
scan the code. Yes, DJ.
I have inside information that there is going to be a very, very good-looking Illinois Speed Week shirt available for sale next week.
I thought he was talking about a good-looking Jumbotron.
That too. It's not going to be for sale, but it will be there.
An Illinois Speed Week shirt. That's awesome.
Have you seen it?
No, sir.
Oh, yeah. So, if you're watching at home and you are going to Illinois Speed Week, you're going to want to save your money for this one.
Or as Brian Holbert say, save your lunch money, right?
Save your lunch money. That's right.
Robert Ballou won a heat race at Bloomington, by the way. You like Robert? I like to see Robert Ballou in a late model.
Who doesn't like Robert?
Can you imagine Robert Ballou? Ballou and Bronson in a match race. All right, here we go. Our starting lineup tonight. This is brought to you by Olin's. It'll be Mike Marlar. He's in the 157. He's out of Winfield, Tennessee. And Hudson O'Neill alongside of the 71. He comes to us out of Martinsville, Indiana. Row 2 will be your current points leader. It'll be Devin Moran, defending series champion. He's out of Dresden, Ohio. And Max Blair is tonight. He's been close all year long. He's in the 111 out of Centerville, PA. Row 3 will be Dan Ebert, looking to become a steering buddy dark horse winner tonight. He's out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. And Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT out of Chandler, Arizona. Row 4 will be last week's winner at Hagerstown. It'll be Brandon Shepard. Won by 5 seconds last Sunday night. He is out of New Bern, Illinois. And Kyle Brunson, he's out of Brendan, Florida, the 40B. He's going to start 8 here tonight. Row number 5 will be Daniel Ilzebeck out of Earlham, Iowa, looking for his first Lucas Oil win. And Josh Rice, he is a 2-time Ralph Latham Memorial winner. He currently leads the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. He's out of Crittenden, Kentucky. Row 6 will be Carson Ferguson. It's tonight. He gets his first Lucas Oil win. He's out of Lincoln in North Carolina. Corey Lawler looking for his first series win, the 93. He is out of Hanover, PA. Row 7 will be Brandon Overton. He is out of Evans, Georgia. Jason Jameson has one career win in the Lucas Series. That was in Portsmouth, Ohio. He starts 14th. Row 8 will be Garrett Alberson, 5-time winner of the series, Las Cruces, New Mexico. And Cody Evans looking for the biggest win of his career, the 4G out of Camden, Ohio. Row 9 will be Steve Peete looking for the biggest win of his career, the P3 out of Martinsville, Indiana. And Brian Shirley, he looking for his first Lucas Oil win, the 3S out of Chatham, Illinois. Row 10 will be Pennsylvania visitor Dave Hess Jr., the 44, and Dillard Hatchett from the volunteer state of Tennessee, Cornersville, Tennessee, and 59. Row 11 will be Dylan McCowan. He is out of Urbana, Missouri, and Brendan Smith, the 19M out of Dade City, Florida. And your provisionals tonight will be the 6 out of Jupiter, Florida, Clay Harris, and the C4 of Freddie Carpenter. All right, Destin, you got 2 picks, all right? You got a steering buddy dark horse, and you've got a winner. Will those be the same person, Or who do you got, my friend?
I don't think it's going to be the same person. The field is actually congregating over here just off to my right. You can probably see him in the background right now. Steering buddy dark horse, got to be Dan Ebert, man. I talked to Dan back in the pit area a little earlier. Remember, he said this place reminds him a little bit of Casino Speedway there in Watertown, South Dakota. He also said that he feels like he's getting a little better at these tracks on the second go-around. Of course, last year was the first time that he saw a lot of these places. The winner of the race tonight, I'd be remiss if I didn't go with the Winfield Warrior, Mike Marlar. We talked about it earlier, James. Last year, Brandon Overton swept the night, set fast time, won his heat, and won the feature. I think that same fate is about to be bestowed upon the 157 of Mikey Marlar.
All right, DJ, steering buddy dark horse. You went with Ebert. I will go with Daniel Hilzebeck. He had a great run at Georgetown last week. Mechanical issues knocked him out of the race at Hagerstown. Hilzebeck with the win, and your feature winner tonight. He has 8 straight top 5s. The 111, Max Blair, who, DJ, I believe he's already clinched the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger of the Year. Just kidding.
Well, he passed 38 cars every night at Speedway.
He passed over 60, didn't he, in the first, back in March. Max Blair, you will be talking to your fellow and the only other Miami Dolphins fan in the house here tonight. So, all right, 4 wide. DJ, let's do a 4 wide, my friend, at Circle City.
Let's do it, absolutely. All right, Circle City, up on your feet. This is a salute to you, the greatest race fans in the entire world. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is coming at you 4 wide.
So the Race Car Engineering Pace Truck, as you see here at Circle City. Tomorrow night we'll be at Florence. Right now, local time, it's 8:25. We'll make it down I-74 tomorrow night. You see the fireworks in the still daylight out here. Great team that they've got working here now that are running Circle City. Got a couple of more late model shows later in the year. Some USAC sprint car races as well. Don't forget, after this is over, driving home or at home, tune in at Bloomington Speedway, just down the road in Bloomington, Indiana. USAC Sprints for their main event there tonight on the red clay. Rob Penrod, he's on the flag stand. As we will let him go, the East Door and Hauling and Rigging start zone. 50 laps. Dustin will talk to the top 3 on the Big River Steel podium. Can Mike Marlar get his first series win of the year? Can Hudson O'Neill close the points gap? He comes into tonight 25 behind Devin Moran. At the East Door and Hauling and Rigging start zone, we underway in the capital city of Indianapolis. Off at turn 4. Lap 1, pair of blue and white cars. O'Neill will lead lap number 1 in 71. Marlar second. Blair takes advantage on the... Max Blair starting up front. Will this be the night? He can break through his 8 straight top 5s. He runs in third, right out. Bottom for the lead off at turn number 4. O'Neill still out in front. 2 in the record books down the back straightaway. Good 3-car battle. Ebert runs in 4th in the 60 car, but up front, great battle there. O'Neill, Marlar, and Blair up at turn number 4. Hudson O'Neill just down the road in Martinsville, Indiana. Running in his home state. Mike Marlar goes to the outside. Marlar, he's a former Jackson 100 winner as well at Brownstown, down the main straightaway. In the 1, Blair tied in 3rd. Max Blair on the bottom on the gas. They're side by side at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Moran runs in 4th. 5th is Thornton. 6th is Ebert. 7th Bronson. 8th is Rice. Off at turn 4. It's still O'Neill out in front. And we've got a Hellraiser Jacks caution. Jason Jamison in the 12th car. And the rear end is all cattywampus, and it looks like a driveline failure for the 12th car of Jason Jamison, DJ.
Yeah, hard to tell down here from my vantage point, but certainly something in the rear end on the 12. May have lost a drive shaft. We're getting word as there could be parts of that drive shaft scattered over in turns 1 and 2.
Well, they'll get it fixed up. They'll be joined by their third teammate tomorrow night, the Spring 50 winner, Justin Ratliff at Florence. So Jason Jameson, his night has ended here at Circle City. So he'll head down I-74 tomorrow or tonight and get it ready for tomorrow night. So we have officially 4 in the record books. It's the leader plus 3 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So we'll sing along. Yes, DJ.
James, one thing to keep your eye on there, and I know you talked about it, Mike Marlar was starting to kind of test the waters on the high side of the racetrack, especially down here in turns 3 and 4. Of course, we've got a Delaware double file restart coming up. Going to be very interesting to see which line Marlar chooses. Max Blair, the exact opposite of that. The 1-1-1 was real good, glued right down to the bottom of this speedway.
So Blair right now runs at 3rd. Moran 4th. Thornton is 5th. Ebert is 6th. Bronson 7th. 8th is Rice. 9th is Shepard. And 10th runs Daniel Hilzebeck. So we'll double them up. And O'Neill is out in front. So Marlar picks the top shelf on Blair. Again, Max Blair has that run going. 8 straight top 5s. He has 1 career win in the Lucas Oil Series. That came at Lernerville a couple of years ago. And he is a former Series Rookie of the Year, back full-time this year, and he has been impressive this season. All right, lights out. Rob Penrod, thorough green flag. 4 laps in the books, 46 to go at Circle City, 15K tonight. 25K tomorrow night at Florence. So Hudson O'Neill's been out in front from the drop of the green. Marlar and Blair have been there, back underway the east door and Holligan Ricky restart zone at Circle City. O'Neill leads down the back straightaway. Here comes Devin Moran at 99. He's in the hunt there, the current points leader, as O'Neill continues to show the way in car 99. It's car number 71, rather. Marlar is 2nd. Blair, Moran, Thornton 5th. Ebert, good run 6. Rice is up to 7th. On the bottom, Thornton throws it in on Moran. Good racetrack here tonight at Circle City. One of the best late model shows we've seen here ever as they hit it at turn number 3. Circle City needs more late models. They come out of turn number 4. It's still O'Neill in front. It's just by a car length out of turn number 2. Battle back here, Brandon Shepard, who won by 5 seconds at Hagerstown. They tried to go 3-1 at turn number 2. Bronson through the middle. Kyle, a good run here tonight in the 40B right now in the top 10. Rice at 11. Rice up to 7th. There's the battle here. Bronson with the crossover. O'Neill continues to show the way. 8 laps in the record books here tonight. O'Neill off at turn number 4. The advantage right now, last time around, was 9/10 of a second. It's down to 8/10 of a second. The tail end of the field is going to be picked up here in the next couple of laps. So it's O'Neill, Marlar, Blair, Moran, Thornton, your top 5. Then Ebert, Rice, Shepard, Bronson, Hilzebeck runs in 10th at 22. You see right there behind him is the 76 of Overton to the 93 of Carson Ferguson, who runs 12th. Track good, had a little bit of rain overnight. Had about 2 to 3 inches here earlier this week on Monday as we scored lap 11. O'Neill has been in front from the start. There you see Marlar, and they're going to really it's going to get interesting right now as they got cars running 2 wide in front of your leader out at turn number 2. O'Neill, Marlar, Blair, and Devin Moran, your top 4. Thornton runs in 5th. Which way does O'Neill go? Harris in front of him. Carpenter to the outside. He's going to have to split him into turn number 1. That would be a victory fuel power move of the race if it plays out as he comes out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. As he clears 2 cars coming out of turn number 2 as we stay green down the main straightaway. But Marlar's not going to let him get away. O'Neill sizes up Blair into turn number 1. Devin Moran throws it up the track, and he still got 3rd is Max Blair. Moran 4th, Thornton 5th. Ebert, Shepard, Rice, Bronson, Hilzebeck still your top 10. Now Marlar's got to deal with Harris and the C4 Freddie Carpenter as we have 14 laps in the books, and we got a car into turn number 3. As you see, Carpenter goes up top. Marlar's going to slide it in on Freddie, and he clears him. Good move there by Marlar. Meanwhile, O'Neill down the back straightaway still has the lead into turn number 3. As he has stretched it out now, it is 1.5 seconds the advantage for the 71 car, trying to win his home state. 16 laps in the record books here tonight. There you see Ricky Thornton Jr. runs in fifth. As he's gotten around the 99 at Devin Moran. Good run for Dan Ebert at 60 as Thornton will clear fast Freddie down the main straightaway. 18 laps complete here tonight. 71 O'Neill, 157 Marlar, 111 Blair, 20 RT Thornton, 99 Moran, your top five. Right now the advantage, 1.3 seconds. O'Neill over the 157. They've got one lap car between first and second. I believe it's the 59 of Tennessee driver Dillard Hatchett down the main straightaway. So Marlar's going to have to clear his fellow volunteer state driver quickly here out of turn number 2 as we stay green, 20 in the books. Right now, the early contender for the Hooker Trucking Hard Charger is Brian Shirley, as he runs back in 13th in the 3S car. There you see Shepard again. Every race, valuable points. It's a season-long championship now as Ebert will battle with his fellow Rocket driver Brandon Shepard. Ebert is going to get the spot back. Bishop on the outside. That is the battle for 6th and 7th as they come out of turn number 2. Meanwhile, O'Neill last time around 1.5 the advantage as we work lap 23 here tonight. 2 shy of the Hellraiser Jacks halfway mark at Circle City. Good competitive race right now, and we're going to have Hellraiser Jacks caution on the racetrack. And it is for the 44 of Waterford, Pennsylvania's Dave Hess Jr. So Dave Hess Jr. hopefully not a terminal issue for the weekend as he parks the 44 car over there. So we've got 23 laps in the books here tonight. So to be O'Neill, Marlar, Blair, Thornton, Moran, your top five. Then Ebert, Shepard, Rice, Bronson is 9th, Overton is 10th.
James, I can tell you who did not want to see that caution, and that is Hudson O'Neill, your race leader. I mean, he was like a hot knife through butter at the back of the field when Mike Marlar, Max Blair, and the others were having a little bit of trouble getting around the tail end of this field. That 71 man, he was running really, really good, and he was able to find holes in places the others weren't.
So again, in Lucas Oil competition, that's an all series anymore. All lap cars go to the back. Brian Shirley still the Hooker Trucking Hard Charger. So O'Neill has led from the drop of the green, got the advantage on Marlar, and he has led all 23 laps so far. Not as dominating as Bishop on Sunday night at Hagerstown. So that'll clear out traffic. So it'll be O'Neill. Marlar will have the choice. Last time he picked the top on Blair. There's Brian Shirley, your Hooker Trucking Hard Charger. So far, top 10 on Sunday night at Hagerstown. After 5 years of the Outlaws, running Lucas Oil here in 2026. The defending Praetor Classic champion of Fairbury, where we will be next Saturday night for the Fall Spring Shootout. Falls, their season opening race on Saturday night, and tomorrow night, and then we're going to be in Illinois all week long. The first 3 nights, FloRacing Night in America events, and in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series 1 week from tonight at Farmer City, and then at Fairbury. Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheeling, the point leaders. We go to the Show Me 100 at the end of the month. Will be $2,500 richer. The rest will split 2 through 15, 16K, thanks to Sunoco Race Fuels. Daniel Hilzebeck down at the All Makes Collision work area. Hilzebeck running in 11th. And we'll see what the issue is with the 22 car. Again, thanks to All Makes Collision, located in Council Bluffs, Iowa, for all your car needs. Body shop right there on the Iowa-Nebraska line in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Again, the Hooker Trucking Hard Charger, Brian Shirley right now. So we're 2 shy of the halfway mark. So again, it's O'Neill, Marlar, Blair, Thornton, Moran, Ebert, Shepard, Rice, Bronson, and Overton. And Max Blair come through tonight again. 8 straight top 5s. He is 5th in the points in his return to the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series full-time this year. DJ's like McDowell at Eldora. The farther back he starts, the better he runs. But he started up near the front here tonight.
He doesn't know what to do.
He doesn't know what to do, right?
Yeah. I mean, if he finishes on the podium, my question was going to be who was his favorite Dolphins draft pick. And if it's anybody other than Texas Tech linebacker Jacob Rodriguez, he's wrong.
Is Tyreek Hill, where is he? Is he gone? Who did he sign with?
Yes, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yes,
he's gone.
Yeah, you might be starting at wide out for the Fish this year.
You know Brian Spade missed us last week, right? He was not with us.
He's alive. Just he was not there. Yes.
I think he's representing Mike Vrabel. Not sure.
Yes. You did get you got Mike Lisakowski though at Georgetown.
Yes, a famous Challenger Rush Firestone reference I got last week. We'll see the Rush late models. They'll be back with us for Lernerville, the Firecracker. $20K to win that weekend, and then we'll be at the Pittsburgher as well with them. All right, 23 scored. O'Neill's led all of them. Marlar is second. Blair is third. Thornton fourth. Moran fifth. By the way, we did turn the lights on, just for reference. All right, here we go. Green and in 2 laps, and then we'll go to the Hellraiser Jacks halfway. O'Neill out in front. At the east door at Halligan, ring and restart zone back underway at Circle City. Oh, Blair on the bottom, trying to find some grip down the back straightaway. Here comes Thornton on the outside of Moran. Blair works the inside. Marlar works through the middle out at turn number 4, trying to go 3 wide. They don't. We'll go halfway next time around. Marlar through the middle. Blair down low. Circle City. Loving it so far. Second ever appearance. Hellraiser Jacks halfway. 25 down, 25 to go for the home state driver, Hudson O'Neill. Thornton works that outside. Thornton, a former winner here in the C.J. Rayburn Tribute Race a couple of years ago. Thornton on the outside. Thornton needs to gain some points here tonight. Slides up the track out of turn 4. And his good buddy Max Blair, they go into turn number 1. Good battle there. Marlar, Blair, Thornton down the back straightaway. O'Neill continues to lead by 9/10 of a second. Out of turn number 4 as we score lap number 27. Marlar has been in second for this whole race, but right now Blair all over him still. Thornton back there, then Moran, Shepard, Ebert, Bronson, Rice, Brandon Overton, your top 10. Right now they're going to be on the same straightaway at the tail end of the field as we still lose the battle for second down the back straightaway. Max Blair. You can see in 11 when they have white helmets, you can see him head down for Blair as he goes into 1. Blair on the bottom, slides up the track, leaves Marlar in, but we got a Hellraiser Jacks caution on the racetrack. Turn 4, and it's Dylan McCowan, and I believe that's Brian Shirley.
Yes, Brian Shirley.
It was up to 12th. So no FK Rogers replay. It's Brian Shirley. By the way, Fast Freddy's up 6. So a tough night for Dylan McCowan. Running for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year with Josh Rice. Dylan McCowan's going to go to the pit area. Will he go to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, which is outside of turn 4, I believe?
Hey, James, one thing to keep an eye on here on this restart, man, and maybe you could see it up there where you're at as well, but I noticed it down here from the infield. You know, throughout the first half of this race, guys kind of slowly gravitated towards that upper groove of the racetrack, but it seemed like on that last restart there, you know, the 4 or 5 laps they ran, that bottom side maybe kind of started coming back around a little bit. I don't know if it was just the way things shook out or what, but it may be something to keep your eyes on here when we go back green next time.
I tell you, they've only run a handful of super late model races here in the past. This track opened in 2020. They've hosted an Outlaw race. They've hosted the Ultimate Heart of America race. They've hosted Northern All-Stars, and they've hosted, of course, Lucas Oil the last couple of years, but it's one of the better races I've seen. New management team here in 2026. Yes, DJ.
Did you say the Heartbeat of America?
I about said that, didn't I? The ultimate Filipinos series, yes. The ultimate Heartbeat of America. All right, we'll single them out and then double them up. 29 laps completed. So right now, the only cars out of the race, Jason Jameson, Steve Peak, Dave Hess Jr., and we'll see if Dylan McCowan returns in the 8 car. So let's see, Mikey Marlar's going to pick the bottom again. You see the quarter panel in the 157, but him and Blair have had a good race. 21 laps to go, Dustin.
And that's the first time we've seen Mike Marlar choose the bottom, James. So maybe to the point we just made, maybe that bottom side coming back in a little bit. He's chosen the top on Max Blair on every other restart to this point.
Well, Thornton, he thought he had it going up top, but he's going to restart on the bottom. Moran on top there in the 99. Again, runs in 5th. Dan Ebert 6. Brandon Shepard, Josh Rice, Brandon Overton, Kyle Bronson, your top 10. Dylan McCowan back out again after visiting the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. All right. H-Door and hauling and rigging restart zone. 21 to go in the capital city of Indianapolis. They go into 1. Max Blair, his car to see if it works on the top shelf. Blair gets a run down the back straightaway. Not trying to yield the 3rd spot to Thornton. Out of his comfort zone a little bit as they battle off at turn 4. Here comes Dan Ebert at 60. Dan Ebert's got a good hot rod. Dustin picked him as the steering buddy dark horse. And down the back straightaway, they try to go 3 wide. Ebert on the bottom. Ebert's got a good hot rod on a turn 4. They're 3 wide. Ebert, Thornton, and Marlar sliding up the track. Here comes Marlar through the middle. Blair on the outside of Ebert. Meanwhile, O'Neill says, you guys go ahead and play. I'm leading out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway. Great race for second on back. Marlar, Thornton, Ebert, and Blair, your top 5. Moran 6th, Rice is 7th, Shepard is 8th, Bronson 9th, Overton is 10th. As they come to turn number 4, the lead was 1.3 for the Martinsville, Indiana driver. He's into turn number 1. Ricky Thornton Jr. now down the back straightaway. It is about an 8-car length lead into turn number 3 as they work lap 34 here tonight. 16 to go for the 71 off of turn number 4. Dan Ebert trying to get on the podium in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Right now in 5th. Battle for 3rd down the back straightaway. They're side by side. Blair and Marlar into 3. Great race tonight here at Circle City. One of the best late model races ever at this racetrack. Tomorrow night we'll do it at Florence. You know what kind of great racing it produces as Blair will clear Marlar down the back straightaway. Blair back on the podium right on 3rd. 4th Marlar. 5th is Ebert. Dan Ebert through the middle. Devin Moran digging hard on the bottom. Right now it is O'Neill down the back straightaway. 1.1 seconds ahead with 14 to go. Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to make up some time in this 20 RT down the main straightaway. 13 laps remaining. They're going to pick up the tail end of the field right now into turn number 3 in about another lap or 2. 12 laps remaining for the 71. 20 RT digging hard. O'Neill has 3 wins this year in the series. Thornton has 1, and Ricky Thornton Jr.'s cut the lead down. It is down right now to 7/10 of a second as they battle down the back straightaway at Circle City. Max Blair a distant 3rd. Marlar 4th. Ebert, Moran your top 6. Josh Rice the top. O'Reilly Auto Parts rookie runs in 7th. And right now, if this thing stays green, they're going to pick up the tail of the field. It's a car length lead. Back to 2 car lengths. Thornton digging hard to the bottom. Out at turn number 4. Jason Durham, the crew chief on the 71. Anthony Burrows, the crew chief on the 20 RT. The left 10 to go next time around. Now O'Neill goes to the bottom, and that'll leave the door open. Thornton now is going to try the crossover to 3. Look out, and he's going to slide it in there. And we may have a new race leader. And it is Ricky Thornton Jr., the 20 RT. O'Neill about to back. O'Neill will throw the slider. He's back in front. We've got some candidates for the Victory Fuel Power move of the race right there in that lap. Off at turn number 4, and O'Neal at the line. Oh, they touch. Thornton has it right now. They get 8 laps to go. Great one at Circle City. Here comes Max Blair in the 111 down the back straightaway. They'll have 7 laps to go. Ricky Thornton Jr. out in front as we scored lap number 43. O'Neal back on the bottom. Down the main straightaway into 1. 3 cars to the lead. Here comes Blair on the bottom in the 111. Heavy traffic in front of your leaders down the back straightaway with the last 6 laps to go. Off at turn number 4. Ricky Thornton Jr., please stay green. Right, here comes Blair on the bottom of the 111. Max Blair might win this race. He's going to go to second. Briefly, down the back straightaway, goes side by side with O'Neal into 3. Out of turn number 4, 5 laps to go. Thornton, heavy traffic. Here comes O'Neal, here comes Blair. 3 cars into turn number 1. Heavy traffic down the back straightaway. It is Ricky Thornton Jr., Hudson O'Neal, and Max Blair. 4th is Marler, 5th is Moran, but all eyes on the top 3. Off at turn number 4. And meanwhile, Cody Evans slows, and he's out of the race. We stay green. Behind Freddie Carpenter down the back straightaway. 4 laps to go. Which way does Thornton go? He's going to throw it in there into turn number 4. Slides up the track. Great move by Thornton. He's got about 3 or 4 Victory Fuel power move of the races right now, and that might have done it. Down the back straightaway, lap 2 to go coming up. O'Neal still second, Blair third, Marler 4th off at turn number 4. Down the main straightaway, they'll have 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, they'll head to the Barron's Performance white flag, 1 lap to go. That might have done it right there. Ricky Thornton Jr. off at turn number 4, Barron's Performance white flag, 1 to go for the 20 RT. Ricky Thornton Jr. down the back straightaway. He started in 6th. No pole show tonight here at Circle City. And Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to take the win in the 20 RT. O'Neal second, Blair third, Marler 4th, Moran 5th, Ebert 6th, Rice 7th, Shepard 8th, Overton 9th, Carson Ferguson finishes in 10th. Oh, baby. It might have been cold today, but that was a heated battle. He goes to the Long Acre Scales to make it official. Brian Shirley still got the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger. Finished in 11th. Twice during the race he had that and lost it. Had to go to the back. And we'll see on the lap leaders here tonight. As Hudson O'Neal leads 40 laps, Thornton leads 10. What do you think, Circle City? Was that a race or what? Did you like that? Oh, man, goodness sakes. Dustin, Jared, if you don't like that, you don't have a pulse.
I mean, that was good.
Goodness,
that was
good.
really good. And we still have Crown Vic Mania, too.
We still have Crown Vic Mania.
It just keeps getting better.
So unofficially, DJ, your finish here tonight, get across the Long Acre Scales. Thornton's first, O'Neal second, Blair third, Marler 4th, Moran 5th. Ebert 6th, Rice 7th, Shepard 8th, Overton 9th, 10th, Carson Ferguson, 11th, Shirley, 12th, Bronson, 13th, Alberson, 14th was Hilzebeck, 15th was Lawler, all 50 laps complete. Dylan McCowan a lap down in 16th, so was Freddie Carpenter 17th, then Dillard Hatchett, Brendan Smith, Clay Harris, Cody Evans, Dave Hess Jr., Steve Peen, Jason Jameson. Fans leaving, hey, thank you. I know it was cold. It's 10 till 9 on a Friday night. For those leaving, safe trip home. For those, we'll see you tomorrow night at Florence. Come on out. Come on out. We're racing. First time in 3 years we run the Ralph Latham. Pre-sale tickets have been very, very good. So we invite you out tomorrow night, 25K. But we're going to talk to our Big River Steel podium. And how about that? O'Neal had the lead, but Ricky Thornton Jr. from 6th here tonight. Again, Max Blair finishes in 3rd. So wait till they cross the Long Acre Scales. Again, they got to wait 2,300 minimum. Normally it's 2,350 through the heats in B main and qualifying, but they get a pound per lap burn off in the A main. And 2,300 pounds, and they'll check the droop and the tires. And Ricky Thornton Jr. And he is cleared Dustin Jarrett. He's going to need a push. That, I mean, I've seen every late model race here at Circle City. That was probably the best right there. And we need more late models at Circle City, right? We need more late models in Indiana, period, but that was a dandy. As Thornton will come down to, again, this Snowco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland. Thornton, he needed that good run because he came into tonight. He had slipped to 6th in the points, but he gets his 2nd Series 1 of the year and the 58th of his career. As we wait till he comes out. Again, stay tuned. The Crown Vics are coming up. $400 to win. Taylor's going to chip in a hot dog, I don't know, and a Pepsi. All right, here we go. It's Thornton, winner O'Neill, Blair, Marlar, Moran, Anthony Burrows, Justin Tharp. As he makes his way out, Dustin Jarrett, he won the C.J. Rayburn Tribute Race a few years ago. He wins the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series A-Main here tonight, pocketing $15,000 for Kohler Motorsports.
And he's going to pull that Kohler Motorsports 20 RT down here into Lucas Oil Victory Lane. His 7th overall win of the 2026 season for the former series champ. You mentioned it, James. Big win, much needed win as he comes into this event, or came into this event, 6th in the series point standings. And that is exactly the position that he drove up to the front of the field from as well. And he's going to get the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature winner hat, and he's going to get the checkered flag. He's going to climb out of the car a winner with the series for the 2nd time here in 2026. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Originally from Chandler, Arizona, tonight's winner, Ricky Thornton Jr. Kids are at home. Ricky's going to have to eat the confetti himself. Hey, this is get that hat straightened up. This is what happens when you don't have to work the merchandise trailer before the race.
Yeah. No, I felt like we had a really good car all night. I just couldn't get it to run. Finally, there in the feature, it ran, and I don't know. I feel like probably watching so many midget and sprint car races here. Like once it gets so technical around the top, you know the bottom's going to come in, and Max was down there, and he was doing really good. And then the yellow came out, and Mikey picked the bottom. I'm like, man, if I can ever get Max off the bottom, this is I got to go right now. So I was able to get by him on that restart, and then I knew as long as I can get by Mikey, I felt like I was good enough to get back to Hood. It was just I was going to take a little bit of traffic to slow him down and have to move around, and I don't know, it worked out for us.
As a pit reporter, okay, you think of questions you're going to ask the winner, all right? One of my questions was going to be on that last restart. Is that what you needed? Did you need to be on the bottom of the racetrack? Because from my vantage point, that's what it looked like. How was it from the driver's seat?
Yeah, I think so. Just Max is so good about rolling around like that bottom middle and then taking up the top down the straightaway. And really, it's so tight here, it's easy to do. So I could get a good run and get to him, but you couldn't really do anything with him. And I slid him the one time, the yellow came out. I'm like, well, there goes my shot. And like I said, we got that other yellow, and then Mikey was kind of putting around the bottom. Like, man, I really hope he picks the bottom here. And he did, and it just worked out for us. We've been busting our butts trying to get better, and I feel like we've gotten a lot better here the last few weeks. And really, I felt like we were good last week. I screwed up at Georgetown, cost us a big night, and Hagerstown's kind of the same way. I was trying so hard early that I hurt my stuff, and then I faded really bad late. So it was nice here to kind of be able to just maintain there at the start, and then once it widened out, just be able to really start racing.
How big is it to get a win here, knowing that you're coming up on what I think are RTJ type tracks with Florence, Farmer City, Fairbury, Eagle, etc.?
Yeah, I mean exactly what you say. Like I love going to Georgetown, I love going to Hagerstown, I love coming here, Florence, Farmer City, Fairbury. If I say anything bad about Fairbury, I think Rigsby will probably knock my head off. But no, I feel like there's a lot of really good racetracks for me coming up. They're all super aggressive and kind of do what you need to do, and that's kind of how this place is. And I was kind of worried once we hot lapped that the top wasn't going to come in quick enough, and it developed a really big curve up on the wall, and it worked out. I think Cornette Racing Engines, Hooker Trucking, Coleman Farms, Knights Company, Longhorn, Bill Stein, Burroughs, Start, Darla, just everyone that helps us, my wife, my kids back home. It kind of sucks racing and them being in school and not being here, but maybe I can buy the boys some Robux now.
All right, there you go. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Your winner, Ricky Thornton Jr. Max Blair comes over, gives him a high five. We are going to make our way all the way down to the end of the racetrack and grab a word with your second place finisher, the driver that came out here tonight. He led more laps than anybody. How about it, Hoosier State fans? Finishing runner-up tonight, the New Deal, Hudson O'Neal. All right, Hud, I'm sure in the last 3 minutes you've replayed, right, since that last restart to the checkered flag. So tell me what's going through your mind and what you maybe needed to do different.
Probably just not be the leader. He was really good there at the end, probably better. He had a better race car than I did right there at the end, and he probably saved his tires a little bit more than I did to be able to maneuver right there. And I just, being the leader, you just hang out in that top, and then whenever it does start to move, you don't really know it, and you don't know where exactly you need to be when it does start to move, where them guys behind you have been able to move around and find the best lines. And yeah, so no excuse though. We're happy to run second. Obviously, we hated that we led the whole thing and then got passed right there within 10 laps to go at the end. But all in all, had a good night. Qualified good, heat race good, and I feel like we're building, in the right direction. I feel like we keep getting a little bit better every week, and we just keep tuning on the 71 car. And we're showing a lot of speed right now. We're going to win some. Tonight wasn't our night. Tonight we got one of us have second place, so we'll take it and we'll move on, and hopefully we'll be one spot better tomorrow night.
Next time I interview you, I'm standing on the upper side of the racetrack. By the way, Hudson O'Neal finishes second, and we're going to grab a word with the guy that's turned into Mr. Consistency, Max Blair. Max, third place finish tonight. So Ricky got what he needed on that last restart. I felt like from my vantage point tonight, you were not ever where you needed to be on those restarts.
No, the only one that really helped me was the one where Ricky had me passed, and that one come out and kind of saved me. But I knew when Marler took the bottom on that last one, I was going to struggle to hold them guys off, him off starting down there. But I mean, we're out here again. I'll take it. It was a lot of fun racing with Ricky there for half the race. And I do got to thank everybody. I didn't do that last time, so
shame on you.
I know, but I got to thank Centerline Motorsports, Riggs Fiber, Creekside Auto Sales, Virgili Scrap and Steel, C&J Dairy, Murphy's Logging, Deer Lakes Bowl, Andy's Towing, Upstate Auto Group, the Gable Inn, Tavern 618, Willie's World, and just my crew. I'm sure I'm missing more people, but I got a great group of people behind me. It takes all of them. Most of my wife and kids were here, but they're not. I'm sure they're home watching, so I want to tell them hello also. And congrats to Ricky. I'm sure that's the first of many more to come here soon.
All right, how about it? His 9th straight top 5 finish, ladies and gentlemen, out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, Max Blair.
Dustin Jarrett, do you want a points update, sir?
Yes, please. You're going to give it to me whether I said I wanted it or not, so. Well, the anticipation is killing me, James. I mean.
Unofficially, Ashley, 4-way tie. Nope. A 2-way tie for the points lead. Moran and O'Neal.
Oh, my.
Then Thornton and Shepard are tied in points. Are you kidding me? 4th place.
All right.
So we got a tie for the points lead heading to Florence tomorrow night. It's unofficial until it becomes official in October. Okay, so anyway, that's what it is for Florence tomorrow night, DJ. So they're going to have to split up the spoiler, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris Davis, we need another orange spoiler.
Absolutely. Well, you talk about the points, James. Let's see how we got here. Let's go ahead and take a look at your race recap. You're welcome.
You go. Well, right there at the start, Hudson O'Neal got the lead from Mike Marler. Mike Marler ran second for a good part of this race. 2 and 3 wide racing throughout. Great night of racing. Circle City needs more late models, right? More late models here at Circle City. Ricky Thornton Jr. started in 6th. O'Neal led the first 40 laps of this race. And Ricky Thornton Jr., I think in one lap had like 2 Victory Fuel power moves of the race. And he comes on with his 58th career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series worth $15,000. And DJ, the confetti's safe for another night. The Thornton kid's not here. And as DJ mentioned, he had to work his own souvenir trailer last week in Georgetown and broke a drive shaft in that race and while running in 3rd. But he comes home with a victory here tonight. Well, and again, we lead with a points lead. Unbelievable. I don't even know what else to say.
It's multitasking at its finest, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you know, working the T-shirt trailer, you're selling programs, you're driving the race car, you're wrenching on the race car. He can do it all. And there's a lot of guys back there in the pit area that can do it as well. We're going to get the front straightaway and the confetti cleaned up. Don't go anywhere if you're watching at home or if you're here on the grounds. Up next, Crown Vic Night in America. It's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by FloRacing.
Welcome back to Circle City Raceway to wrap up the night. It's the Crown Vic Mania. You asked for them, you got them. They are here tonight. 24 cars, and they're all starting the race. 20 laps. Here is your lineup. On the pole will be the 9Y. He comes to us out of Clarksville, Indiana. That's Chris Young. On the outside out of North Vernon, Indiana is Bryson Clark. Row 2 will be Bentley Bird. He's out of Greenfield, Indiana, the 55B. And Ryan Woods, 72W. He's out of Bedford, Indiana. Row 3 will be Frank Hardcastle in the 11 out of Indianapolis. And Kyle Bird, Bentley's dad, he's out of Greenfield, Indiana, in 55. Row 4 will be Jeff Roberts. He's out of Sellersburg, Indiana. Outside will be Chris Hahn out of Indianapolis in the 86H. Row 5 will be Blake Daniels. He's out of Franklin, Indiana. And Jacob Daniels, he's out of Indianapolis in 77D. Row 6, that's Cody Hardcastle from Indianapolis, the 76H. And Peyton Whitson, he's out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Your 7th row will be Brandon Acree. He is out of Noblesville, Indiana, the 0-8, and Ed Johnson out of Eaton, Ohio, in 2. Row 8 will be Stacy Fitzgerald out of Louisville, Kentucky, in 23. And Brian Henderson, Sr. out of Greens Fork, Indiana, the 9H. Row 9 will be Richard Bloyd, Jr. He's out of Cox's Creek, Kentucky. And Adam Fisher, he's out of Huntington, Indiana, the C18. Row 10 will be Brett Ellison. He's out of Scipio, Indiana. And Ashley Weiss in her first race out of Franklin, Indiana, the 54B. Row 11 will be Joe Woodward III. He is out of Connorsville, Indiana. And Austin Schuttmer, he's out of Rushville, Indiana, the 15. And your final row will be Robbie Norris from San Diego, California. And Clayton Gaines, 007, out of Anderson, Indiana. And one more row. We're going to start 26 tonight. Jimmy Burkhead in the 54 out of Greenwood. And Zach Beaches, he's out of Noblesville, Indiana. Dustin Jarrett will interview our winner in Crown Vic Victory Lane. The Essex and Logistics start zone will be coming up, and we are underway. 20 laps, we're underway, and Chris Young's going to grab the lead of the 9. Out of turn number 2, Bryson Clark down the back straightaway in the 5T car. Crown Vic Mania on a Friday night under the lights at Circle City. 1 lap in the book, Young your leader. Bryson Clark works the outside of the 5 wide. Here comes the bottom. That's the 72 for the Bedford driver. That's Ryan Woods. Clark running through the middle. Here comes Young at a turn number 4 in the 9Y. Into turn number 1. Bentley Bird, now his dad passes him. Kyle Bird for 4th. The 55's going at it. Right now, it is Chris Young out the main straightaway into turn number 1 with the lead. Bryson Clark out at turn number 2, still holds a spot. Then it's Woods, Bird, and Bird, Roberts, Frank Hardcastle, Blake Daniels, Whitsitt, and Hahn, your top 10. In this 20-lap A main, we got a car slowing in the middle of the back straightaway, but it's still running. We stay green. Oh, man, no. We're not going to now as the car slowed going into turn number 3. We'll see. Still running, and we stay green. That is the 8B car. He slowed going into turn number 3, got off the pace, and then got hit in the left side, the left quarter panel. And meanwhile, 5 laps in the books. As the 5 car, Blake Daniels smoke out of the 5 car. The Franklin, Indiana driver down the main straightaway right now. He runs in the 8th spot in 5. Still with the lead. Bryson Clark, by the way, is taking the lead. Oh, Daniels off the pace. Yeah, leader still leading Young. Don't just ignore that on the screen there. And Blake Daniels, and in fact, he's got a right rear flat in the 5 car. Blake Daniels out of Franklin, Indiana, is going to stop on the inside of the track. He is off the racing surface, and he's going to make his way back to the infield. Young is still your leader there in the 9. As we work lap number 11. Or excuse me, 11 to go. Down the back straightaway. We are going to the halfway mark coming up this time around. And we got a wreck on the right straightaway. And that's going to have to bring out a caution flag with 11 laps to go. Is that the 7,11 and the 55B of Bentley Bird, the 7,11. That is Joe Woodward III out of Connorsville. There you go. See him coming out of 4. There you see the 7,11. Oh, man, into the wall. And Bird involved. So both of those drivers will have to go to the tail. We've got, yes, Dustin, do we have a report from the Essex and Jarrett?
He was safe.
Yes. How do you like the Essex and Jarrett start zone?
Yeah, I liked it.
What can we do for the caution flag? We need to have a caution flag. Who won that race at Golden Isles? Not Johnny Collins, but we're still not entirely sure who won. We're still not sure, are we? All right, Bentley Bird involved. He won a heat race here earlier. So Young started on the pole. He's led every lap, despite what the banner says on the screen. Bryson Clark is second in the 5T. Then it's Ryan Woods in 3rd. They have run that way this entire race. 11 laps in the record books. We'll go green and then halfway.
I believe this might be a case of the transponder having fallen off of Chris Young's number 9Y. That might be why the race leader is not showing as the race leader in the live timing at the top of the screen.
We could do the Mike Norris halfway, couldn't we? Not the racer Mike Norris, but the... Sure, we get to see him in a week. We do. We do get to see him next week. I'm very disappointed you didn't call that a kerfuffle on the front straightaway. All right, 11 down, or 11 to go rather, 9 in the books. So again, your leader is the 9. The 9. That is Chris Young, as we'll get him in order here. in the Roosters of Clarksville sponsored car. Dustin Jarrett, who's the most famous racer from Clarksville, Indiana?
Chris Young right now.
How about I think he won ARCA 10 times. Frank Kimmel.
Oh,
by the way, yeah,
of
Frank
course.
Kimmel, 10 times he won ARCA, I believe.
He was from Clarksville,
10 times.
Indiana. Wow.
Clarksville, Indiana. From his dad, Bill Kimmel, longtime racer down in the area. Fairgrounds Motor Speedway, Louisville Motor Speedway. Of course, Salem. A lot of wins there for the Kimmel family. All right, we'll single them out, and then we'll be ready to go. So Dustin will interview the winner here in Crown Vic Victory Lane. So again, tomorrow night at Florence, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, pit gates open at noon. Grandstand gates, I believe, at 5. We'll start hot laps at 6 tomorrow night. $25,000 to win the 40th Ralph Latham Moore. First time in 3 years that we've run that race. We're going to run it tomorrow night. So double file restarts.
I mean, it's
in
like
the Crown Vic.
It's like we're at Eldora.
We got Rob Penrod here, so that's.
We will not have him tomorrow night. He will be at Eldora tomorrow night.
Race directed tomorrow night. Family fireworks night. They're still running, right? Everybody else is canceled except for like Florence and Eldora, right?
Yeah, or they've moved the start time up 2 hours. Yeah. Everybody moved their start times up this weekend.
All right. Chris Young, your leader. Bryson Clark is second. They're going to side by side at turn number 4, back underway at Circle City. Get a lap in. It'll be the halfway mark coming up. We'll have 10 down, 10 to go. Down the back straightaway. Clark gets a run, and they're trying to go 3 wide. They're squeezing through there. You have Woods in the 72. Here comes the 55. That is Kyle Bird out at turn 4. They are 3 wide down the straightaway. In the 1, they're still 3 wide. Out at turn number 2, the 3,900 pounds of hunk of steel into turn number 3. 9 laps to go. A dandy at Circle City. We had a great late model race. The Crown Vic's putting on a show out of turn 4. Down the main straightaway, Chris Young continues to lead. He has about a 6-7 car length lead down the back straightaway into turn number 3. There you see the new second place car. That is Whitsitt. Late arrival here tonight. Peyton Whitsitt started 12th. Why not? You're in Peyton Manning area. Peyton Whitsitt in second. Clark is third. Oh, the 7,11. We got issues as he is out of the race in the infield, Dustin.
He's got a hood up. I need to go put the hood down. On the
that's right. We got a car off the pace at turn 4. And that's going to bring out a Mike Norris caution flag in turn 4. Excuse me. That is for the 55 of Kyle Bird.
Yeah, we got the 54B slow right down here in front of Adam Mars also. And, I mean, should I go put the hood down on the 7,11? I don't have any hood pins in my pocket. I typically just carry those around everywhere I go.
Where's Rigsby at in his, not Pro Stocks, what is it at Ocala?
Thunder Stocks.
Thunder
Rich
Stocks.
Pratt.
Changing the Uniroyals.
Oh no, Ty Long to the infield in the orange and white 55.
Rich Pratt, Night in America. The 7,11. Come on, fans. We get out of the car and help him put the hood down, right? Come on.
Well, now we don't want no fans. Please stay in the stands. We don't let them come in.
The stands.
James trying to get someone injured here on a Friday night.
The hood is down.
Let's go.
I don't know if it's got hood pins in it or not.
Did he lose a lap? If not, get back out there.
I don't know. I think the airbag went off too. All right, they put on a good show so far. Ryan Young. I keep calling him Ryan Young for it. It's Chris Young.
I'm really starting to question your Crown Vic fandom if you don't know these guys' names. I mean, Here, I thought you were the president of the Crown Vics.
I'm disappointed Johnny Collins and his crew ain't here. Maybe next year. Chris Young out at turn 4. Here they come. Green is back out. There's the 160, the last car in tonight. He is 12th, right? Started 12th, and he's going for the lead. Peyton Whitson. Oh, man, they go down the back straightaway, working the bottom. That is the 86 car. As they come out of turn number 4, that is Jeff Roberts. The veteran driver started his career down at the Sportsdrome and also ran Louisville Motor Speedway. Down the back straightaway. Right now, he's in 3rd, and meanwhile, Chris Young continues to lead. Off at turn number 4. And we got a car slowing, going into turn number 3. And that's going to bring another caution, and it's Bryson Clark. And he lost his wheel.
Yeah, it turns out that these things don't run real well on 3 wheels, especially when one of those is on the right side.
Well, Bryson Clark ran in 2nd for most of this race early on, but helmet is off of the North Vernon, Indiana driver. Chris Young, I'll be all right. Chris Young is your leader. And that was closer. Oh, man. The 25 car.
I don't know if you threw it to me or not, James. I'm down here letting guys know they got flat left fronts. They're whoever it is going back out on the racetrack, so they may still be running. I really don't know. This is, hey, listen, you have never seen excitement until you have watched a Crown Vic race live and in person.
That's right. Yeah. So that was the 25. That was Robbie Norris that he made a little bit of contact there on the outside of Clark. And Bryson Clark going up on the hook.
So the 25R that had the flat left front, who came down and asked me if he had a flat left front, I said, yes, you do. He's back out on the racetrack. I mean,
you can run with the left front flat, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have also opened up the gate here, the imaginary gate on the back straightaway, and released everyone that had ventured down to the infield.
Well, there you go. 7 come 11, he's out. Is he officially out of the race, DJ? Yes.
Yeah, he rolled a 5.
So Clark up on the hook. So 6 laps to go. Chris Young is your race leader. So Chris Young has led every lap so far, all 14 of them. There you see Whitson in the 60 on the double file restart. 14 in the book, 6 to go. See if we can take it green the rest of the way. Chris Young out of Clarksville. Whitson again started 12th out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. All right, 6 laps to go. Off at turn number 4 in the Crown Vic feature to wrap up the night here at Circle City, back underway. Hahn on the bottom in the 80s. Jeff Roberts in the 86. In that blue 86 out of Clarksville, trying to track down his fellow Clark County driver out of turn number 2. There's Whitson behind Hardcastle now as they work their way down the back straightaway. We've got 4 laps to go this time around for Chris Young. And we got a car off the pace, and it's Whitson. And that's not a good place to be, and that's going to score the lap, and then we will have a caution flag for Peyton Whitson. Not sure what happened, DJ, to the 60 car. He ran as high as second in this race.
Yeah, he just simply slowed to a stop getting into the corner, James, and was in a very precarious spot. He was up on the high side of the racetrack, and he was still running inside the top 5. That car simply slowed to a stop. Nice job driving by everybody behind him, and he is going to try to limp that car down to the infield.
Yeah, the 77D's got issues right front. See fluid all over the racetrack. That is Jacob Daniels out of Indianapolis. DJ, he's coming at you. Not Joey Kramer.
Yeah, I'm not working on that one.
Oh my, he's got a hot one.
Yeah, that one is well above my pay grade.
Well above temperature too. As he comes to a stop there, and I don't believe he's all the way off the racetrack. They may have to move him out of the way.
I mean, it depends on your definition of racetrack with, 5 laps to go.
He drops the window net, and he's going, oh, man, he's going right across the racetrack, DJ. There he is.
Why not?
Why not?
Whitson out, too. This field has dwindled considerably.
So Young is your leader, then Roberts is second, Hardcastle third. Fourth will be the 76 car. That is Cody Hardcastle. Then the 9H behind them. As we come out of turn 4, that's Brian Henderson Sr. back underway at Circle City, 4 to go. DJ will talk to our feature winner. Chris Young down the back straightaway. Off at turn number 4, 3 laps to go from leading an entire distance into 1 from wire to wire. In that 9 car, the Roosters entry down the back straightaway. Nathan Bowling would be so happy because he loves Roosters down there in Clarksville. Off at turn number 4, down the main straightaway, give them 2 to go. Young around this track, very good down the back straightaway. They will go to the white flag this time around. Trying to lead all 20 laps. White flag for your leader, Chris Young, into turn number 1. Final time around this quarter-mile oval down the back straightaway. We had a great late model feature with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The Crown Vics, they've done themselves well tonight, and Chris Young is going to win leading wire to wire here tonight at Circle City. In the 9 car, Jeff Roberts is second. Hardcastle finishes in third. Then the other Hardcastle behind him in fourth. So we'll bring it around. So we're going to do an interview with him. He's in the Roosters. Red Ball Recycling, Showtime Towing, Broom Broom Commercial Cleaning, Is Griggs Sewer and Drain Cleaning, Bohannon's Body Shop, G&G Radiator, and Dustin, Ty Romeo's Builders. Ty Romeo.
Not Ty Touring.
Not Ty Touring, but Ty Romeo. He's looking for you, I think.
Well, tell him I'm on the front straightaway where Victory Lane usually is. No, he's leaving. No, come back. Come back, Chris.
3,900 pounds. There's no way.
I am not weighing him on the front straightaway either. We're not going to do that.
Well, Chris Young leads it all the way in the 9H, and he's on FloRacing. He gets to talk to the legendary Dustin Jarrett here at Circle City. Take it away, DJ.
All right. He brought he's grinning ear to ear. We're going to get him out here to the front of the race car as well. He brought the Broom Broom out on him tonight, picking up the win in the heat race and in tonight's feature. And I don't know if there was a lap tonight that he didn't lead. How about it? Chris Young gets the win in the Crown Vics. Oh, man. Look at that. He's going to come over here and grab a word with us. He's taking the racing suit off. I'm a little worried what's going to happen here. There's no pond in the infield to jump in or anything, Chris. It's hot out here. It's hot out here. You got to take that off. Hey, how about that, man? Congratulations. It looked like for a Crown Vic, for a 3,900-pound Crown Vic, you could put this thing anywhere you wanted to on the racetrack.
She was moving. She was absolutely moving. I found the bottom where she had some bite on the right rear, and I could just set it in one groove up, and she would bite, and she'd just take off and go.
Now, listen, just like any good announcer, I did my research on my race pass, okay? And I looked over the last few years, and I'm like, man, Chris Young has not won a Crown Vic. You have surely won a Crown Vic feature at some point in your life, right? Well, we got people throwing money over here and everything else. This is not your first Crown Vic win, is it?
No, sir.
Okay, I could tell. Who do you need to thank? Who helped you get to victory lane tonight?
First off, God himself. Roosters, Red Ball, Broom Broom, Is Greg, Ty Romeo. Who? Oh, yeah, I do have a sponsor here. He's not paid, so if this guy comes to your pit looking to sponsor your car, take his money on the spot. Don't let him owe you. Showtime Towing is with me. Man, we started this day off really, really, really bad. My fiance, we lost her grandma today, and at 2 o'clock, we knew we was going to head out this way, 2, 3 o'clock. At 10 o'clock this morning, I said, man, we're not going to go. She said, no, we're going to go win this for Nana. And I'll be damned, we parked it in the victory lane, buddy.
That's I feel like you need a hug, man. Come in here, give me a hug. How about it? Chris Young gets the win here tonight. And, man, if that don't make you emotional, I don't know what does. And the crew's down here crying. They're going to get pictures taken down here in Victory Lane. And James Essex, that is a wrap on tonight's racing action here at Circle City.
Hey, great job as usual, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow night at Florence again. Pit gates open at noon. Grandstand gates open at 5. Hot laps commence at 6. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The 40th Ralph Latham Memorial to honor one of the greatest drivers in dirt late model racing history over the long period of time. He won nearly 200 races, passed away from cancer back in the mid-'80s at age 54, and we honor him for the 40th time tomorrow night. Good to see the Latham family. They will be out in full force, and all the great race friends at Florence Speedway. Come on out. Again, pit gates open at noon, grandstands at 5, hot laps at 6. Well, that'll do it from Circle City. What a race we had here tonight. Ricky Thornton Jr. from 6th-year winner, and Chris Young leads every lap in the Crown Vic feature. We thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. We need more late models at Circle City. We'll see you tomorrow night from Florence, y'all. I'm James Essex for Dustin Jarrett. Thanks for joining us on the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series from FloRacing.